Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 6 of Wayward Sons, Never Split the Party Supernatural RPG live stream campaign. My god, that's a lot of words. My name is Dustin. I am the DM, GM, or whatever the Cortex system calls their game runner. I will be the GM, DM, BDSM, whatever, probably forever. I'll let my players introduce themselves in a little bit, but if you guys have not watched our show before, we are an actual play game RPG. We will always be doing homebrew content, except for that month of November where I'm pitching it to Chris. I'll give more of that in the updates. Homebrew means that we make up our own stories and we use whatever RPG system is what we're kind of playing with that time. We're using the Cortex RPG system in the Supernatural TV show setting. We were doing Starfinder beforehand, and we'll probably do Starfinder before too long because people keep bugging me about it. And when I say bugging, I mean respectfully asking, and I guess I can support that. All right, players, please introduce yourselves.
Hello, my name is Patrick, and I play Patrick. Next.
That's it? Okay, all right. That's all you... stupid voice and redundancy.
Is that coming from my inbox and my email? Like, are you trying to get me to send you money?
No, clearly a penis enlargement email. Yeah.
I was thinking Nigerian prince, but...
Well, he didn't sound Nigerian. But it did. Never mind. Nope.
Hi, I'm Justin. And yeah, I play Justin. And...
It's so much easier when we're playing characters who are not us.
I will never allow you to play yourselves again. Confirmed.
Here, let me start over. Ready? Hi, I'm Patrick. Justin.
Hi, I'm Justin. Chris.
Hello.
Who are you? Who are you? And point to another player.
I'm this guy. And Mike?
Hi, I'm Mike. Back to Dustin.
Hey, Dustin. I did it. I fixed it for you. Whole thing. Adorable little bow on it.
Listeners, I just want to point out that we spent the first, or I guess the last 10 minutes prior to hitting the go button on stream, trying to figure out how they're going to introduce themselves. They actually had a decent thought behind how they were going to do it, and then Patrick spoke.
That's exactly what happened. That's literally what happened.
I had a better thought.
I mean, you had a thought.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. He had a thought. I will give you that. All right. I'm going to go into updates, and then I guess I'll do the whole recap all by myself. For updates, anyone who has been looking out for our podcast episodes, they're late. I'm sorry. I've been sick and tired, but also
Tired.
This month is pretty rough for myself at work, so I'm pretty tapped when I get home, and I have not been doing any of the editing on the Starfinder Season 2 episodes we still have left. I will hopefully be putting them out soon. They're just going to be coming out as I get them. It's not going to be a Tuesday release anymore. Just get them out, please. Justin has been relatively faithfully editing our Supernatural episodes. Because of how our current podcast host SoundCloud kind of stinks and it doesn't actually have an option for multiple separated shows, I haven't been putting them out there because it's going to get confusing for the fans of Starfinder. If you guys hang out for the after party after tonight's show and remind me to do it, I will actually switch over to, I think it's Zencast, which actually has a very clear way to set up your shows, and it's very easy. Probably won't even interrupt the Starfinder hosting at any point. But it'll allow us to start putting out those Supernatural episodes, and we'll do it. I think we'll just dump them all next Tuesday that we have. That way people can start getting caught up. You can always get caught up on our YouTube, which is youtube.com/NSTP podcast. All our episodes are up there, even that special Saturday one shot I did with my wife, Angel, Steve, and Peter. That's not in any of our universes. We did D&D for that, and I had them all go to a Renaissance fair. That was fun. And my wife only killed me a little bit after, so that's good. And Justin eventually posted episode 5, which I was sick last week, so it doesn't even feel like it was late. It was a nice little intermission there. So yeah, thanks, Justin. In other news for updates, that was mostly my big update. In November, we will be switching for the month. I'm going to be doing participating in NaNoWriMo, which is some National November Writers Month or some sort of bread on those words. And the idea is that I'm going to be trying to write something like 50,000 words in a month and get that shit done. So for that, I've decided to sacrifice my lovely Tuesday games. Chris will be running a special Skittermander or Skitter Shot, which is the free adventure from Paizo there is on free RPG days this year. It is technically working off of a published adventure, which we don't normally do, but I'm assuming Chris is going to fuck it up somehow, so it'll be quickly off book. But it will be set in Starfinder, and while it shouldn't end up featuring our normal player characters from Starfinder, it is in the same universe. So whatever Chris does is canon, and I can't believe I just said that out loud. I think that's it for most of it. Yeah, yep, he caught it. Damn it. I thought when he was away from the screen I'd be okay, but nope, he's there. One other thing that I want folks to in chat or in the comments give Chris a shout out, because that bastard's getting married on Saturday. Yep. There's his getting married face, folks. Folks in the audio world. It is.
I'm excited. It's just a lot of work.
There you go. That's the face. It's a good face. Every currently married person has this face, and they know it well.
But I was
Chris, you just saved yourself.
And then he's also showing up the Skitter Shot adventure path, which I did pass on to him. Well, my favorite thing about Justin's wedding, which I think is the only other person who's married in this group beyond myself, was during the ceremony. And I hope this gets repeated at Chris's, is why I'm saying it. While he's giving his vows, like his I don't know, one of his baby relatives had the loudest shart ever. And both Brittany, my wife, and myself, Brittany being usually a relatively calm and collected person, wouldn't stop laughing for the remainder of, I'm sorry, Justin, your vows.
Yep.
And to the point where some of your elderly family members were distinctly not pleased with us. I was laughing so hard I was shaking the pew that we were on, and I couldn't stop. It was just done. I'm out.
I was actually very proud of myself.
I should have left the room.
I am easily the most immature person in the group.
Confirmed.
And all I did was and then.
Yeah, I didn't even.
Peter on the other hand.
Me, I was sitting there the same way.
Peter was laughing because I was laughing, and I was laughing because I thought it was Justin's grandfather who just shot himself. That wasn't the part that made me laugh hard. Like, I laughed at first because somebody done shit themselves. Then I'm like, okay, keep it calm. This is a wedding. I look over, and his father is trying to fight it back, and he's just red in the face, just shoulder laughing. And as soon as I saw it, I'm like, well, I can't. The problem with that is I was laughing at an old man who shit himself.
Yeah, I was laughing at a kid that I was in full view of. Admittedly, he was an entire half a church away. That kid had some audible gastrointestinal issues. Dude, there.
I almost puked when we left and we got downstairs, and I just started laughing my ass off and almost puked. I was laughing so much. It was ridiculous.
The baby's fart was bigger than the baby. I don't know how.
Yeah, so Chris, I'm hoping someone in your family has some. Oh, I know everyone in your family has gastrointestinal problems, but audible this time.
Yeah, I'm hoping so too.
Okay. Hey, you know what?
Well, just have Justin eat some gluten.
Yeah, I can do that. I'm in the party too. I could just be right up there.
Yep, you can.
We'll slip Justin like a bagel or something.
You know what's cool is that we did our.
It said, it's okay if I eat this. Was it pizza?
I just realized I don't know. I don't remember who else is in the party.
Hey, Dustin.
I know I'm there.
It looks like you got what you wanted. We did our intros, and none of us said that we got 500 people on Twitch. Like,
yeah, we should.
We
really should make mention of the fact that we have 500 followers on Twitch.
Twitter fuckers. I don't think Twitch likes us that much.
No, Twitch doesn't like us that much.
Well, then why would we announce that we have 500 people on Twitch?
You should just stop and continue. Act like it never happened.
Why am I here? All right, recap.
Consolation, nobody's watching right now.
Dustin had a terrible idea.
Yeah, it's all right.
How many people do we have on our Instagram?
I only use my personal Instagram sometimes for us. I should use it more often, but I keep forgetting. And honestly, I don't know what to really stream, like what video or picture to do for us while we're streaming. So it'd be easier if we were like physically in tabletop and I had miniatures for you guys. That's why I tried getting you guys to pick my minis, but I never ended up doing that because I suck at Instagram. But
I'm gonna go check our Friendster.
I don't know what that is. I'm moving on.
What about our live journal?
MySpace.
Ooh.
I think I hope I eradicated my live and dead journals because
I found mine.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, not good.
Bad.
For those younglings who have no idea what we're talking about, those are like before MySpace or Facebook existed, and they were before blogs were really a thing. And
They're basically open blogs.
Our
open
GeoCity's
blogs
pretty
done
big,
by
though.
teenagers who were all miserably depressed. Every single
You're
one.
still depressed.
I didn't say
Hormones
that
are
changed.
hard.
Just
Not
the
teenager,
teenage change.
I can hide my depression pretty well now.
That's our secret, Cap. We're always depressed.
Yeah, you see this smile? It's all a facade.
Yeah, it's not good. Oh God, it's so not good.
The important thing?
Chris must love it. It's wicked cringe though.
True. Important thing is we're all depressed together.
Yeah.
I'm not
pretty
depressed.
happy.
Oh, well, get the hell out of here, Mike. What are you doing?
Well, I guess I'm depressed though. I guess
Okay, welcome. You can come back.
Nailed it. All right, I'm giving the update because I want to start playing some games. Oof, I got dizzy from saying so many words at once. Hold on, I'm coming back to it.
Do you want us to just go back to ruining your life?
No thanks. Last time on Supernatural Wayward Sons, the party split. Of course, they freaking did. We had Justin paired off with Chris, and only slightly sexually. We had Michael paired off with Patrick.
It ended actually surprisingly well.
And
That
He
was
did
very
not give me a
sexual.
messed up name like I expected.
I think he curved it at the end, but that's fine. For Chris and Justin, who we will call Crustin going forward.
yes.
Got it.
Crustin went to the horror/novelty shop, which was Harry's House of Haunted Horrors. They met a person whose name I don't have written down. It wasn't specifically Harry though. I think it was Matt. Yeah, it must have been Matt. They met Matthew, the store clerk. They got some information out of him, and then Justin did some of his mojo, touched Matthew, mostly appropriately, and had a future vision of Matthew's death, which is basically Justin's quirk right now. Justin took some fatigue wounds there. He got a little damage from that, some mental feedback, and then they were, I believe, going to try and connect with the other guys. The other guys, again, Patrick and Michael, who I'm calling
the restaurant.
Okay, you guys are heading to the restaurant, the diner. Patrick and Michael, who are going to be my Pat. My Pat went to the morgue.
How about Matrick?
Michael.
Oh, they're so good. I'm gonna go with Pikel. I like Pikel a lot because I like pikes. Okay.
And it's a Rick and Morty reference, so.
Stop it now, because I don't like it.
It's what?
Rick and Morty, I don't like it.
Yeah, that's right. Pikel it is. Pikel went to the morgue. They were able to smooth their way past the nurse attending the entry desk. They were able to get into the morgue itself. They inspected the body, found some very non-vampire-like wounds on the desiccated, drained body, and then they were interrupted by Dr. Sam Hill, the head of the morgue. I have no idea what the title of someone who runs a morgue is, so head of the morgue. Do you guys have any salient points you would like to also bring up for the recap?
It would be medical examiner in the case of a hospital, I think.
I will go with medical examiner, Dr. Sam or Samantha Hill. Med exam. All right. Note made, so it's official-ish. Any other salient points you guys want to make?
Nope.
Great.
It's a salient.
Awesome.
We confirmed that it is not a vampire.
Yes, due to the awkward bites. All right. Which one of you guys want to... you know what? I'm going to try and wrap up Pikel, so that way we can go to the diner as a group, and that way I can have you guys all...
What's
diner.
the group name?
I'll work on that. Work in progress. Justin and Chris, I want you guys working on your...
Pikel Crustin.
I'm okay with that. Pikel Crustin. Okay, done. You guys are disgusting. Patrick and Michael, you guys have been confronted by Dr. Sam Hill, and I believe her last words were, "What the hell are you doing in my morgue?"
Michael, I believe you wanted to talk.
You guys are currently dressed as federal agents, and you have waved FBI badges.
Okay. I flip the badge. And
follow suit.
okay, damn. I was hoping you didn't say anything. I was gonna nudge you. All right, so we flip the badges, and I say, Special Agent Derek Clapton, Special Agent Bobby King. We were here to inspect the body, just routine investigation from the higher ups.
A routine investigation from the Federal Bureau of Investigations is not something we often encounter in the small town of Arkham. Also,
then I can walk you through it. Not a problem at all. See, we come in, take a look at the body, and then we leave because nothing exciting ever happens here.
Thank you for that bit of mansplaining, Agent Clapton.
I hate you so much, Dustin. I hate you so much.
I got him again. However, I'm looking for your paperwork, Agent Clapton. Could you produce any?
Well, this was brass.
I meant the requisite forms for you to be examining any of the bodies in my morgue.
Well, of course, they'll be out in the morning. We just really wanted to...
Awesome. Get the fuck out of my morgue, and I'll see you in the morning, agents. Thank you. Would you like me to show you how to open the door, leave, walk down the hallway, and exit the hospital, or do you think you got it?
I think I've got it. I start to walk towards, and is there perhaps a bucket of lollipops or candies on her desk?
You're not in her office. You're in the morgue with the dead bodies. There is no candy bucket with the dead bodies. I guarantee you that, sir.
What if I spend a plot point?
Yes.
If you spend a plot point, you find maybe a lollipop someone left on the corner of the desk walking out, which was unprofessional of them. But yeah, I'd allow that shit for a plot point. What are you doing here?
I pick up the lollipop.
Fucking petty.
All right. Go get the paperwork in the morning. And I just walk out, pop the lollipop in my mouth.
All right, awesome.
I'm gonna deduct a point. Useless point. Don't care.
Little do you know, that came out of like a corpse's, I don't know, back pocket or something, like where he like shat himself, you know.
Cause of death, choked on lollipop. You didn't read the body next to Caleb. Yeah. Ooh. Gross. Yep, you ate a morgue lollipop. I should write that down somewhere. Morgue lollipop. I like that.
I don't
know that that'll ever matter, but morgue lollipop. All right. I think you guys got what you needed out of there anyways. I will say the kind of result of that scene is that, you guys, Agent Clapton and Agent King, or your faces, especially since I think at least one of you is notable.
Not me.
Not you.
I am forgettable.
Yeah, you guys stand out a bit, or at least one of you stands out a bit.
I'm hella memorable.
The coroner or the medical examiner or whatever her Goriam title is very well aware of you guys. So I would say do your best to avoid her in the future. Righty then. All right, you guys probably got a text from the others to meet up at the diner. I'm assuming you guys would have done that, right, Justin and Chris?
Boop, boop,
Yep.
boop. Yeah, hey, Justin, I'm sending them a text.
All right.
I'm going to tell them to meet us at the diner.
Good idea.
Hey, Michael, I just got a text. They want us to meet them at the diner.
That's fine, but in the future, why don't you use something like there's been a case of serial murders that, fit this description and we can't go over the details.
Well,
It'll solve you from having to make a jackass of yourself.
I don't think I made a jackass of myself.
You stole a lollipop from the morgue.
It was on the desk. Everyone knows when you're in an office and there's candy on the desk, that is available for anyone to take.
You're in a morgue. Where do you think that lollipop came from?
Was it a desk?
It's more like a counter. I don't think you have desks in the actual examining office.
Who the hell said that?
Joseph. Joseph said that.
Thank you. Right. Joseph being the ghost that haunts Michael.
I will allow him to be a smartass on my behalf. I don't have a voice to.
Nope. Okay with that. That's fine. Oh God, I didn't realize I needed to actually have the ghost just as a fucking DM delivery tool. That's fine. All right. Are you guys heading back to the diner, or are you gonna dick off somewhere else?
Of course, we got the text.
Great. The party arrives back at the diner. It is probably still mid-morning now. Still, I call it like 10 a.m., maybe pushing 11, whatever. Pre-noon, anyways, when you guys get to the diner. It is breakfast shift. All four of you gather at the same booth you were at last night. There are a couple of regulars, some you did see last night as well. Some new faces. It's definitely busier now than it was at nighttime. Also, the young lady who was featured in Caleb's pictures, whose name I will find verily.
Ruth.
Oh, thank you. I don't have that anywhere on my notes. Ruth is there. She is present. She is the younger looking waitress in the group. She's wearing the kind of standard apron they got. She seems a little bit more reserved, like frowning a bit more than the pictures had her. She was always smiling in the pictures. But she is still working and serving customers, reasonably well. You're not seeing any complaints. She just doesn't seem to be chipper as you might have expected.
You
I
guys,
was also
you see
explaining.
that? That's,
Go ahead.
I said that's the girl from the picture. She doesn't look as chipper as she did.
Christopher, I will fucking kill you off. You're gonna choke on a chicken bone in your fucking pancake right now. I am just warning you.
There'd be worse ways to go, I guess.
All right, Michael, were you going to add something to this conversation that isn't something I already said?
I was going to say, as me and Patrick probably start explaining what we found at the, morgue, I figured I would send the details to Nick to see if he could potentially give us answers on what it might be, now that we have more specifics.
Sure, yeah. You send a message over to Nick, who is your dude in a chair. He runs a Twitch channel that kind of caters to hunters on the sly, and you send that to him, and he'll be doing some research on the back end. What you send to him for details is the wounds from like I think it was like a dime sized or half a dime sized hole all over the body. Was there any other salient points you wanted to include in your text to Nick? It may or may not assist with his search. It's my dice tray.
Trying to remember what else we found out. Was it mostly just those marks?
There was the marks, which is the first thing you guys have seen of real value. You did encounter something odd this morning when you guys woke up, which was like a trail of
Blood.
Flesh that was leaving blood. It looked like it could maybe even be tentacles that were crawling away or something trailing. And when you guys walked out, it had left blood behind. Now, how you kind of parse that to Nick in some way that he can actually use it, I'm not 100% sure. But I can say if you want to include that details, he can look it up.
I was still basically asleep the whole time.
Yeah, but you got the deets from the.
Yeah, but I mostly assume he's paranoid because Justin's always paranoid.
But it was me that saw it. Justin woke me up. I went to the window.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it. I no longer remember events, and I'm too busy looking for my dice tray, which I cannot find.
Well, I hope Nick gets back to you quick about that, because I kind of know when it's going to attack next. Or at least we know where it's going to attack next.
And who?
Yeah. Guy at the horror shop, Matt, is gonna get killed.
Justin, how you feeling, by the way?
A little bit better now that I got food.
All right, eat more pancakes. You'll feel a little better.
I can't. Well, no, I don't have pancakes.
Eat more pancakes.
I can't eat pancakes. I got eggs. I got an omelet. But maybe I shouldn't have put what's it called. I put.
Did you put milk in your coffee?
Huh? No, but I put I did ask for it with linguiça, so that might not be good later.
Yeah, where'd you get that lollipop? I want one.
Oh, gross.
I'll leave the dum-dums to the dum-dum.
Burn.
I slowly turn it to Justin.
No, I'm good. I'm eating bacon. It's kind of weird. The
Gross. I hope the audio folks really appreciate your inserting and outserting. What the fuck am I trying to?
You're really good at that, Pat.
I'm so tired.
Which
Kind of
you're
impressed
hoping that
in
they
not
enjoy me
serious.
inserting and pulling out?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. That's it. That's what I want them to enjoy.
Public.
You do.
All right. All right. So you guys go over your deets. You know where the monster is likely to strike next. You have some information on what it is. Do any of you guys have a gander or want to guess as to what you might be dealing with? I strongly suspect none of you have any freaking idea, nor should you. But if you did somehow, I mean, I'd allow it.
How many plot points do I need?
That one, I'd have to pull up the actual plot point converter, but you'd be basically solving like half of your problem there. Because once you figure out what it is a very easy Google search to figure out how to kill it. So whatever the plot point is for solving the thing, basically that's it. I'd still allow it because there's still an encounter that could happen, but it's a lot of plot points. I don't know how many you actually have.
I think
have
it's
a lot.
Let's just go type into Google right now.
I've tried to use plot points a few times, and you've said no, you don't need to use one. So I've just been accumulating them.
All right. What page is that in the stupid book?
But anyway, to continue,
79.
guys, we should probably at least talk to Ruth, see what she knows.
Not it.
Who's Ruth?
Ruth is that one over there, and I openly point to the waitress because I'm.
Oh, right. I remember now.
It'd be 9 plot points, Christopher.
Oh, I easily got that.
You max out at 12, so just remember that
I
you
have
will.
10.
Okay, yeah. If you wanted to spend 9 of them, I'd say that you have a stroke of insight while Googling, or Nick gets back to you right away, like, oh, that sounds like a thing, but it's up to you.
I'll wait for now.
Okay.
What's a compelling way of doing that?
A compelling way of doing what?
Why did you pronounce it that way?
Pronounce it what way?
Why are we doing this?
Because I've watched Family Guy once.
Which word are you struggling with?
When will we stop this?
Now. Right
Yeah.
now.
Now that Justin did it, I officially have to stop. Like that's the rule. So, all right. What are you
Served us.
What are you knuckleheads doing?
We want to talk to Ruth.
Sure. Yeah. Ruth comes over. I'll say she's your table. That's not a problem. She asked you. Oh, she actually checking in. You guys already ordered. It sounds like Justin's eating bacon anyways, unless he brought his
Bacon
own.
and
Which is
eggs.
fucking weird.
no.
And
Maybe
she
so.
says, "Alrighty, guys. How's everything? How is everything? Can I get you more coffee?"
Yes, please.
Awesome. She has a pot on hand because it's an old timey diner kind of thing, and they always have a pot of coffee on hand.
So I don't want to sound like weird or anything like that, but we were good friends of Caleb. We were going through his stuff, and we found a camera, and we found a bunch of pictures of you, and we kind of wanted to see what your how you kind of tied in with his whole deal.
Oh,
It's a weird way to ask that.
Yeah, it was
yeah, he had the camera in the diner a lot. She looks absent-minded. She's not really meeting any of your eyes. She's kind of talking about it. Yeah, sometimes he'd ask to take my picture. Sometimes he wouldn't ask and he'd just do it and think I didn't know, but Caleb wasn't very subtle.
and neither am I.
Yeah, it seems like that. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, he was just a nice guy. I mean, he had a bit of a crush, and yeah, he was nice to talk to. So, yeah, I'm kind of I'll be honest, I'm kind of bummed that he's gone. I liked him. He was a regular.
Can I use my ESP on her?
So the way the ESP works for you
Yeah.
is that you get their aura, which does have a negative feedback on you as well, similar to Justin's.
Mhm.
Your aura will give you things like kind of like their mood. Like if her mood matched her aura, it'd be affirmation that she's depressed and not that she's a fucking vampire.
Right.
Now, if her aura was black as shit and virulent and It's probably not the word I meant. That has to do with viruses, doesn't it? It was like black and shit, and it was like tumultuous and had really negative energy and hurt the shit out of you. She probably some kind of evil up in there. So
do I like see what her aura looks like?
If you focus,
everybody's aura looks like, or do I have to actually?
You focus. You hone in on them. You focus on it. You'll get their aura, and depending on how strong it is, you get feedback from it.
Okay. Well. Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Do it.
Yep.
Sure. You mid talking to her, you stop just speaking, like mid word. Your eyes focus in. You lean in just a little bit because it's like you can't see because your glasses prescriptions are fucked up, but you don't wear glasses. And around her, kind of like slowly emanates out like sunrise coming over a horizon. There is a light blue aura. It is not particularly strong, and it doesn't seem to carry any malicious intent. It is probably more depressed, honestly, than she's letting on. It's like she's trying to hold it together, and this feeling of depression washes over you. And in terms of what your mental feedback from that is, you're going to take just a single wound point for your character sheet.
So it goes wounds and what's the other thing? Stamina?
No,
Stun.
it's... call this one stun then. We'll call it one stun. This is more stunning for you. It's not an actual wound. You take 1 point of stun as your mood becomes immediately lower to her mood, and you begin kind of tapping into her depression.
Okay.
If anything, you feel alone. Honey, are you all right? Are you having a stroke? I can't have another one having a stroke in my shift. Come on, man.
No. It's another one.
What kind of stroke?
No, it's just
We have a lot of elderly patrons. I'm not sure what you're implying.
I'm just gonna stop talking.
I thought he was the weird one. Justin, you saw that like note pinger thing? I need to clip fucking Patrick being
You know what?
Is that gonna work? Okay, that might work.
Oh, it's for audio. Never mind.
Guess you can tell me where it is in the audio. Chris, I'm sorry. What were you saying? We can actually do the thing now.
Are we good now?
Yeah, we're good.
You sure? No, nobody wanted. Okay. So I'm kind of like reeling a little. I'm sorry. It's been a trying week. We've been trying to get more information about Caleb. I mean, we only knew him, through this online game.
He was a damn good healer.
He was a damn good healer. But we didn't really know much about his personal life, and nobody really can give us much more information than that. So, I mean, I think this is where about our trails kind of run dry.
Well, Caleb did keep to himself a lot, but he was in here like every day, so I might be able to answer some questions for you. I mean, he didn't talk too much, but sometimes when we chatted, he'd get nervous and he'd kind of blurt out more than he meant to. He never mentioned an online game, though. That's kind of odd. Could I have you guys give me a roll and see? It's going to be a willpower roll plus whatever kind of conversational skills you might have to support it. And I'll have you guys all roll against it, and we'll work that into the conversation. I don't know what skill would probably be best here.
I get empathy.
Empathy works. That's a good skill. Yeah, empathy would get you pretty far. So empathy plus your willpower would be good. Would you roll?
Well, my willpower is just 4. That's really bad.
A D4, yeah.
I don't think I have a skill that can do anything.
I got 8 altogether.
Okay, 8's actually not bad. 8 is still over an average, so that's fine.
Can't beat that, so.
Okay. And I'm assuming Chris can't beat that either because he doesn't have a specialized skill. Patrick, do you have anything in the talkie talk?
In talkie talk, I've got persuasion.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we're persuading her. Well,
Yeah.
You know what? You could be persuading her to divulge more information than she would about a friend. I'd actually allow for it if you could roll higher than Justin's 8.
I'm also sensitive.
Yeah, you are.
As an
Is that
asset.
one of your
Asset.
your assets?
Yep.
But aren't you awkward as fuck? Isn't that one of your
That's a complication, yeah. I mean, shy
I
complication.
mean, you can have if you're gonna have him do that, you might want to give him a plot point too.
Yeah, if you wanted to do the shy, give me the sensitive. I'm okay with that. The conversation already started because Chris fucked that up. So, like he got through the shy at least. So yeah, give me the sensitive. Add that to your 8.
Hey, it's another D4.
So you want
What's your
11.
total?
11.
11. All right, that gets you through any hard blocks that she has. Patrick, what are your rolls looking like?
and you wanted me to do you wanted me to use persuasion and what, willpower?
Yeah, willpower and persuasion.
Okay, D10, D8.
Which is
9 and 8. 17.
okay.
Tell you anything you want to know.
I'm so sorry, Patrick. I'm really sorry.
Why? Why? Wait, why? I roll well and you say sorry. Last episode, I botched 2 rolls, or would have botched 1 if it weren't for. Why?
Patrick's sitting at the end of the booth. Now she's talking to Chris and Justin. She kind of sits in and she scoots into the booth next to
Oh, it was
Patrick.
the wrong kind of stroke, wasn't it?
And as she is talking, she's still feeling pretty depressed, and Chris is still feeling like real depression out of that aura. But the stroke comment actually did get her a little excited, which Chris also felt. So Chris, you are also a little excited. And as she's talking, she does kind of like under the table put a hand on your knee. She's not doing anything with the hand. No, on Patrick's knee. And as she's talking, I'm not actually masturbating Patrick in the stream. I'm just saying she's open to further conversation by the signal that she's giving you. But she does have the conversation with her hand on Patrick's knee and is seemingly more willing to talk about Caleb than at first. She actually starts getting even a little bit off her shoulders as she's talking about Caleb, someone that she actually maybe saw that she had a future with. Maybe. So
now there's someone new.
Maybe there's someone new, or maybe just someone to take the pain away, Patrick. Why
do you do this to me every game?
Man, you gotta pick the talkie characters, and you gotta roll well only on those conversations with women. It's like the only characters Nick could hit in Starfinder were women. The only one that you can do well persuasion wise, also women. Basically accurate to real life for Nick. I don't know about you.
Oh no!
That's a mean joke to my friend that's not here and probably not watching that piece of shit. That's fine. All right. So, what did you were talking to her about? Do you have any more questions about like talk about Caleb's actual life? She does seem like she's willing to chat about Caleb more.
How often did you see Caleb out of the diner?
Sometimes he'd walk me to home, or if I was going grocery shopping. We went grocery shopping once or twice.
And especially recently during those times, did you have any walks recently?
I want to pause. Everyone is able to talk. This isn't just the Patrick show because he won the role. This is you all get information because she's feeling up Patrick's life.
Right. I was just
no. That's fair. You have great questions. Recently, probably a couple of weeks back, maybe. So maybe a week or two before he died.
He was acting a little weird, wasn't he?
Yeah. We heard a lot of weird stories. He used to go up to this this like magic,
Harry's, yeah.
And they said that he spent a pretty penny over there on things like garlic and whatnot.
Yeah, he bought a lot of garlic when we went grocery shopping too. He smelled like garlic a lot too. And then I guess his landlady make him take it down. He was kind of pissed about that. I've actually never seen Caleb mad, and he was really mad about having to take garlic out of his apartment. I don't even.
How much? I mean, garlic is delicious.
Yeah, but how much garlic can you cook with?
Is he Italian?
I don't think so. I think he's Greek or something.
Oh, that's mostly yogurt.
What?
You fucking idiot. Oh, you're such a you know what? Actually
takes her hand off of his leg.
No, she likes yogurt. She's like, you know what? I'm sorry. He might have also been. I think he said his family came from the Philippines too. I think he, Greece and the Philippines is where his family was from. I think his oh shit. his grandfather had recently moved nearby or something. Yeah, I think he came from the Philippines though.
His,
Grandfather?
do you know if his grandfather's still alive?
I mean, I assume so. He only moved in like a couple months ago. I don't think he passed away.
I motion to anyone to jot that note down because I'm gonna forget it.
I jotted a note down.
What about his work? He didn't really talk too much about work, but I mean,
He was like a tech analyst or something for some sort of environmental group. It was really boring, but he was pretty passionate about it. He liked what he did a lot. I guess he did like coding or something. I don't know.
did he like fight with anybody?
No, I guess his landlady. He had a pretty tense discussion with the landlady when she made him take the garlic down. But at work, I actually think he was really well liked at work. I think he might have been getting a promotion soon. Yeah, he. I mean, all he really did was work, eat at the diner, and I mean, do whatever he did at home, which I guess is play a video game. Yeah.
I have another question for you. It's gonna seem a little weird.
She squeezes your knee.
Mhm.
Sure thing, hon. Anything.
The number of times that Dustin has called me hun or sugar in this stream going back years is too many to count.
Freud would have a field day.
I just started doing it when we're in person now too. It doesn't.
It's true. he does.
like Molly's gonna be very confused at the wedding. I'm just saying.
Anyway, I say, recently, have you noticed any strange goings on either on your walks or even on your own around this town? You know, just weird sudden bursts of cold or, you know,
That's very specific.
odd nightlife
No,
feelings
I
of
mean,
insecurity.
they put a curfew out on town because there was those girls getting kidnapped a little while ago. So, I mean, since the curfew started, not really. I know we work late anyways, and we kind of break curfew, but I guess we're allowed to. I guess we're grandfather. I don't know.
You
but
guess what? I'm sorry.
We're open real late, but there's a curfew on town, so like college students don't go out to eat, but most of our regulars are old folks anyways, so we kind of get grandfathered in past that. But the curfew's been mostly good. Just means there's more police out at night, so we really haven't had any issues around here. But Caleb's been acting really, really nervous. Like he was always looking over his shoulder the last time we went on a walk. He also was looking pale too. I should have seen something coming.
I assumed that somebody else was going to say something there, so I stopped. I reassuringly say no one really ever fully sees the signs until afterwards, right, guys?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, I've heard a little bit about the missing people around here. What's up with that?
I don't know.
They ever figure it out?
No, I mean, not really. Just a couple of college kids going missing, but I mean, that's really not that uncommon, I guess.
Whereabouts, though?
It's not uncommon.
No, people go missing. Like every town has missing people, you know? It's not, it doesn't seem like there's like a string of it. They haven't had any connections to the disappearances. It's just a couple of girls in a row. This wasn't even that recent. I don't think this has anything to do with Caleb.
Yeah, you're right. It's just weird. That's all.
And
yeah, Arkham's a weird town. I won't argue with you there. Gives a character.
are there lots of weird stories in Arkham, like, you know, urban legends or anything like that regarding your town?
There's a whole wing in the library devoted to it, so I'd say yeah.
Good to know. Do you, and one last question from me. Do you know where his grandfather lives? We'd like to stop by and give him our condolences because I don't think all of us are
Oh, I thought you guys knew if you're up at his place. He moved into the apartment next door.
Oh, no, I did not know that.
Yeah, same building, same hallway. It was just down the hall from him. Caleb thought it was kind of weird because I don't think he really knew his grandfather, being from out of the country and all, but Caleb didn't have any family ever that he really talked to, so I thought it was kind of nice. But I also don't think they talk too much.
Did he ever have good stories about his grandfather?
No, other than he was moving in and it was kind of annoying to have family so close. I never heard about it again. I think the old guy kept to himself, just like Caleb.
Okay. I signal that I don't have any more questions.
Yeah, I don't really either. But Dustin, what did Caleb look like again? Wasn't he a ginger?
Yeah.
And his grandfather is from the Philippines.
Yep.
He's adopted.
Well, I also did say he is half Greek. He was mixed heritage. Also, grandfather gets a couple generations in there.
That's still more like, I mean, if it was I don't know how much he was, but it's still a little bit more olive-skinned, isn't it?
Sure, if his father was Filipino and not just from the Philippines.
Yeah.
From the Philippines, not actually meaning you're any particular race.
True. But that's, I don't know, that's
the
just
Irishman
weird.
in the Philippines.
Yeah, exactly.
Married the Scottish woman from Greece.
You do what you guys want. Adopted is also a viable answer. You guys didn't look into his parental history.
I done said adopted.
Yeah, adopted could work too.
It's true.
Anywho, I am out of questions.
Same.
I'm thinking he's adopted for some reason.
Does anyone else?
I'm glad you're doing it to someone else, but still, fuck you. All right.
Well, does anyone else have any questions for Ruth before I
Try to get her.
For you?
No,
yes.
no.
Yes.
No.
I was waiting because I was going to if you guys didn't. Thank you.
No. I'm not playing
I don't
into
know.
those
I
stereotypes.
don't have a reason to be.
Justin, if I can talk to Joseph at all, I want Joseph to kind of use the hand to make it seem like he's grabbing her back.
He's a personal demon spirit thing.
I would say Joseph's nature isn't physical. It is he can physically appear to you, Michael. No one else can actually see Joseph or interact with him. Like for you personally, though, like you might see Joseph hovering over Patrick's shoulder, pointing decidedly down at his lap. But beyond that, like no one else sees what's going on. All right, Ruth does get up to leave, giving Patrick's knee one last squeeze. And if you guys have no other questions for her, when she does bring the check around, it does have her number on it.
Okay, how are we divvying up this check? I can leave just the tip.
I'll Venmo you.
Okay.
I never carry cash.
I'm more worried about he said just the tip.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
what? I don't get that one. Can you explain that?
This is why we're not allowed to play ourselves ever again.
Right. I'm assuming Patrick leaves the cell phone number where it is and doesn't pick it up then.
No, I pick it up.
Okay, that's what I thought. Molly's gonna be so pleased because you're playing
No.
Patrick, you fucking cheating bastard.
No, not for that reason.
No,
We're investigating. Sometimes you need to contact people. I'm not playing into your stereotypes. I didn't last time. I'm not doing it this time. I'm a new man.
Is that full contact or?
No,
Well, I mean,
Dustin, this is your fault.
You weren't just staring this time, so it's on you.
Moving on. Where do you guys take this? I'll give you guys a bone if you want it, but if you don't, I'll let you go with it.
So,
Really, you're not gonna stop?
I kind of want to bring that up to everybody. Like, yeah, so I have a couple ideas. Like, first of all, yeah, what's up with his grandfather just moving like in right next to him? And we saw that guy, didn't we?
Yes.
He didn't
That
look-
was your bone. I don't need to give you the bone.
We saw that guy. He didn't look anything like Caleb.
Correct.
And he's his grandfather, and he didn't even say that was his grandson.
Is it another shapeshifter? Did we check his eyes? Mike, did you check his eyes?
Actually, yes.
Yeah, I did.
That's one thing. The other thing is like, I don't know, maybe it's nothing, but it seems like he fought with his landlady a bit. She didn't want the garlic over there. I wonder.
When did out of character, when did we see the old man?
We left the apartment.
You know, when we fled through the fire escape.
Patrick, were you there for the episode you guys went into Caleb's apartment by any chance?
Okay, that explains why I don't know what they're talking about.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Remember, you ignored all the texts.
Right. You actually showed up. They found the information for the storage locker in his apartment, and then you met them in the apartment. From those texts that you
Storage
ignored,
apartment.
I don't know if you guys would have included that you ran into an old guy. When they left the apartment, they ran into an older
No, but I'm gonna say, Pat, didn't you read your text anyway?
Of course I didn't.
There you go.
canonical. It's still true.
We fill them in.
So to fill in, there was an elderly gentleman when they were leaving Caleb's apartment. He had inquired like who they were. They mentioned that they were Caleb's friends. That's where the online game thing originated, is how they knew him. He didn't know Caleb played a video game. He offered some like non-committed pleasantries, offered to ride the elevator downstairs with them, which made them alarmed that they would get found out by the landlady whom they had lied to about where they were going in the building. And they backed out of the elevator last second, said, "Oh, sorry, forgot something in the apartment." And then instead of going downstairs by the stairwell or by the elevator, they actually ran out a fire escape, and that's how they exited
ran
the
out
building.
the fire escape, and then we made our way to the storage lockers, and that's where we met you.
They did notice, I think it was Michael looked into the window after and did notice the elderly man talking to the landlady, again, whom they had misrepresented. Thank you.
What kind of stroke was that?
The Patrick kind.
Misrepresented themselves to. They didn't hear the nature of that conversation, but they are probably aware that going back to the building and interacting with the landlady or the elderly gentleman gonna be a little awkward in the future. The elderly gentleman, I do not believe, gave a name.
Unless Pat does it.
Pat, you could do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him all the same questions that y'all did, because I don't.
They didn't ask him any questions. It was a random. They thought it was a random neighbor they encountered in the hallway, and that's how it played out. And they were somewhere they didn't belong, so they were fucking awkward. That's how that played out.
I have a pretty damn good suspicion that's his grandfather, whatever he is. But it's not even his grandfather.
Probably a prince from Nigeria.
Probably.
So where are you guys going?
What does Nick say about Nigerian princes?
Nick doesn't have anything on Nigerian princes, but when you put if you reach out to him about the Philippines, he gets a couple more hits.
Oh.
What's he get?
Who wants to spend me 2 plot points to feed Nick's info?
I'll do it because I got plenty.
He says that just kind of based on the bite wounds you talked about in the Philippines, he pulled up an article on something called good luck. It's called a Manananggal. It is spelled, Christopher, Manananggal. Manananggal.
Oh, I should probably not be Googling this. I'm sorry.
Actually, Nick pulls up the same article, so if you did want to Google Manananggal,
yeah, the Wikipedia one.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's what I did.
It's sometimes confused with vampires because some of the lore with vampires is similar. It is from the Philippines. It is a man-eating, blood-sucking, English not working for me today, a blood-sucking monster. It's described as scary, often hideous, usually depicted as female, and always capable of severing its upper torso and sprouting huge bat-like wings to fly into the night. It comes from a word, I don't care about the etymology. We're going to go to, it's said to favor, again, these words are non-specific, preying on sleeping pregnant women, using an elongated proboscis-like tongue to suck. This uses the hearts of fetuses, but you guys can kind of draw that the proboscis fits the wounds, or the blood of someone who is sleeping. The severed lower torso is supposedly left standing wherever the creature left it, and it's the more vulnerable of the two halves. Nick also comes up with supposedly sprinkling salt, smearing crushed garlic, or ash on top of the standing torso becomes fatal to the creature when it tries to put itself back together.
Let me guess, the upper torso would then not be able to rejoin itself and would perish by sunrise?
If you're reading that same Wikipedia article I am.
Yep.
However, I will say, if you read the Wikipedia article on vampires, it also doesn't quite match how to kill vampires in Supernatural.
True.
So this is the Wikipedia article Nick was able to pull up.
Yeah.
He did not pull up ancient lore. He did not pull up cited material. He pulled up Wikipedia. If you use this shit in your college essays, you will fail. Think about it in real life, Justin. However,
Yeah, but you just click on the sources and then you're good.
Yeah.
that's the mythological lore for this creature that you guys get when you ping Philippines, plus the repeated small wounds. That was enough.
Or if you just put in bloodsucker.
That's entirely possible. I don't know.
No, that's what I did.
Just as a side note, I am totally using this in my Pathfinder game. It's a CR7, which is...
Oh shit! It exists in Pathfinder.
I'm looking
that's
at
cool.
the stats right now. Oh boy, they'll have a blast.
So after you idiots got vampire on the first go of the first, I was like, fuck it, it's not a vampire anymore. I had to go look at any other bloodsucker that fits, and this thing's fucking awesome. So yeah, that's what happened.
I want my plot points back then.
No, you did fine. Your information is still good if you encounter vampires. Also, I'll give it to you since we're pretty much on par. The dragging things in the dirt or the tentacles Justin keeps pitching, that's actually its organs and entrails that were dragging out of its lower, like the open gash torso, because they split in half to do their hunting.
I'm gonna post.
Had you gotten there sooner, Justin, you would have seen that it was in fact a torso with organs dripping out of it, like looked like it was dragging itself away.
That would have been gross.
Yeah, I just posted the picture from the wiki. You can see like its entrails, just like kind of.
Yeah, Nick definitely sends you guys that picture via text, so you do have it. And it's pretty gross.
Yep.
Okay. I can talk to the old man and
Sprinkle salt on him?
yeah, I'll just walk in and say, "Hi, I'm here for Meals on Wheels," and drop a plate full of salt on him. Yeah, I can
just say,
totally.
"Excuse me, could you please remove your top half of your torso? Like, just remove that for me really quick. I just gotta sprinkle some
Excuse
salt
me,
in
sir. I'm an amateur magician. Could you step into this box? I'm gonna separate you.
I'd
What
love if you could somehow finagle this.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely think that we should stake out the horror shop.
Well,
I think we should too, but it's not a vampire.
I have ideas.
Stake out.
Go for it, Patrick.
Okay, so
So I think
he
we
doesn't
should
know.
probably.
I'm going to
Bad him.
agree. I am going to talk to the old man
River.
as Special Agent Derek Clapton. And while I am there, I will attempt to set a bug or two in the apartment.
Thinking centipede or termite? Oh,
Camera.
no, with you, got you. Yep.
Thinking a fly on the wall.
Yeah, a fly on the wall or in a vase or under the TV.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then because they have all sorts of weird stuff we could probably get from a local shop because they seem to have weird shops here.
Yeah, they have the only Radio Shack still running. Yeah, no problem.
Okay. What we'll then need to do is monitor the situation at night. We'll need a couple people to prevent your guy from dying at the shop and at least one person to sprinkle some seasoning, like what's that guy? Salt Bay? Just sprinkle some ash, some salt, and I don't know, oyster crackers on the remains in the apartment.
Wait, oyster crackers work? Why don't we just use saltines? Half the word is salt.
I like the way you're thinking.
All
You
right.
guys have salt in supply in the truck. You have lots and lots of salt.
I
That's
think we
correct.
should.
Actually,
I think we should
lots and
make.
lots of salt in supply in the truck.
I think we should also make like a concoction of salt, crushed garlic, and ash. So
Totally
that
fine
all
with it.
3 of them are there.
But
So we'll win no
yes,
matter what.
I will do it. I will volunteer.
Okay, good.
Well, I could also just hide out as well.
So the first part of the plan is to get a fly on the wall in the old guy's apartment, yes?
Yes.
Okay, and Patrick, you're going in?
Yes.
All right. The apartment building is an old brownstone, similar to most of the buildings in Arkham. As you get into the building, the front door does not have any special security, but you look at the elevator that is across the lobby from you, or across the little hallway from you. That does have a swipe, as does a stairwell next to it. As you walk in on the left, there is an apartment labeled supers or landlady. I couldn't remember what those are called at the beginning, so I don't remember what we labeled it. But as you do enter, the door to the landlady's apartment opens, and she comes out to greet you. She is an older woman, middle-aged woman. I believe her name was... I don't know.
Arbitrarius?
Not quite.
Samantha Ellis.
I used Samantha twice this. Okay, fine.
The person who owns the apartment complex, right?
Yeah.
So you have a Sam L and a Sam,
Sam
Hell?
Hill. Sam Hill. But yeah. You're right.
Someone's a little original.
Hey, you know what? There's a lot of people named Samantha.
I'm a little sarcastic.
To be original, Sam Hill was originally a dude until I realized that you were involved. So.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, she introduces herself. Hi, I am Samantha. I am the landlady for this building. Can I help you, sir? She's looking at your suit curiously.
I just flashed the badge and I kind of look beyond her into her apartment. Special agent from the FBI, Derek Clapton. I had a brain fart there.
Fortunately, your sunglasses are on, so she didn't notice you roll your eyes as you tried to remember your name.
I'm sure you've already met some of my agents, local police and whatnot. I'm just dispatched to do some follow-up on a federal investigation. I cannot go into it too far. Thanks, Mike.
Mike's not in there with you, but
no, I know.
No, but I'm the one that told him to
that
use.
was in aside.
No, that's fair. Sure, yeah.
He'll never admit it in person, though.
And then I say, I just would like to ask you a few questions, and then if you could grant me access, I need to just meet with a couple of the neighbors just to ask some routine questions, and then I'll be on my way.
Sure. She kind of reaches in like around her door, through her door, around the corner, pulls something off the wall while slowly, continuously shutting the door and blocking more of your view, closing the door till it clicks. And she's got a visitor's pass in her hand, like a visitor ID for the building. She said, here, Agent Clapton, and please do me a favor, sign the log. She pulls up like an app on her phone with just a quick signature for it.
Sure. Do you have a stylus?
No, use your hand, Agent.
Ugh. I hate these things. And I awkwardly sign it with my knuckle.
I told you guys I'm not going to fuck you on fingerprints. You don't need to be so skittish. All right, fine.
We're never going to trust you.
No, I'm making that a quirk.
You knuckle it, fine. And she's like, right, blob works. And she clicks, yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. I'm assuming you're here about poor Caleb. All right.
I nod.
What questions can I answer for you? I just want to get this all like done with so I can start getting that apartment cleaned out and like getting new tenants in there. So yeah, what can I help you with, Agent?
I understand. So I can't reveal, as I mentioned, I cannot reveal too much. So I'll try to just be patient with me. But I can say we are looking into folks of, let's say, international descent, and some patterns we've seen across the country. So have you had any, have you noticed any visitors lately or had any new tenants that had visas, or
My newest tenant was.
don't worry, not ICE.
Thank you for the clarification. The newest tenant was the guy who moved in next to Caleb. His name, it's Ford.
His name is Ford.
Yeah, Ford. First name is Ford. His last name was Copan. I think he was working in the Philippines last time or something like that. I don't really remember where he's from, but he's the most international around here, though. He didn't really look it.
Okay, great. Did he say whether he had a job in town?
I think he was moving to be closer to family or something. He was getting Social Security or he had money. Yeah, it's fine.
Sure. Did he mention who that family was by any chance?
No, I didn't really ask.
Understand. Did you ever talk with him outside of just getting him into his apartment?
No, yeah, he's a pretty social guy. He likes to stop by and chat anytime he comes out of his apartment. He doesn't talk about much. He talks about home and work he used to do. I guess he used to run he did some weird stuff for libraries or something with books. I don't remember exactly what it was. I kind of just humored the old guy, but yeah, he often went on walks frequently. I don't know what he went to. I don't think he worked, but he'd walk all around Arkham, tons.
Okay. And have you had any complaints about him or from him?
I don't think so. No, he's a pretty quiet guy. He keeps to himself. I don't even know how much he interacts with the other tenants. Although, to be honest with you, the way our building's laid out, as long as you don't come out exactly at the same time you're going downstairs, you might not ever interact with your neighbors.
Okay. So no complaints about any of his next door neighbors or upstairs, downstairs neighbors, no noise complaints, no.
Well, he had a complaint about the smell coming from Caleb's apartment, but I'll be honest with you, Agent, it was fucking terrible. It smelled like that boy was bathing in garlic. And when I finally got in there, I had to key in when he was at work one day. He just had garlic hanging everywhere, like full cloves of garlic just hanging everywhere. It was like, you ever see in Predator 2 when they go into that meat freezer, replace all the meat with garlic in the
Understood.
cold with like sweaty, like needs AC apartment. Yeah.
Okay. And then one last quick question. Since he's moved in over the past month or so, have you had any inspections of his apartment? Not Caleb's, but
Ford's?
Mr. Ford, yes.
No, unless there's like a noise or smell violation, I don't really go into their apartment unless they need something fixed. And I keep my apartments pretty well run, so he hasn't had any issues. I don't think Ford's your guy. He's been like super nice, and I think we'd know if it was one of our tenants that did whatever happened to Caleb.
No, I understand. It's just
the police did already talk to Mr. Copan as well. There was a couple officers came by and chatted with him, and they didn't seem alarmed by him at all.
Yeah, there's been some issues with new administration making sure we are very thorough in certain sensitive matters.
Yeah, I get.
I'm sure he's not the guy. I mean, an elderly man, and a nice elderly man doing something crazy like this. I don't think so. You don't have to worry about that. I'm, just following orders.
All right. Yeah, no. What do you need to do upstairs exactly?
Well, I would like to have a conversation with Ford, and just ask the neighbors a couple of routine questions and whatnot. Should be quick.
Ford might have left. He does usually leave during the day, but he might be back, I guess. I haven't been watching the front door too much today. I'm still trying to get stuff sorted out with Caleb's apartment. But if you want to go try and knock on his door.
Well, for documentation purposes, I need to. I'll just leave a note if he's not there and try again later.
Sure. You can leave me with a note and a number as well, and I can give it to him when I see him next as well.
Great. Thank you. Swipe me in? please.
Yeah, you've got the visitor pass there in your hand, son.
Ah, yes. So I do. All right. Have a nice day.
Don't you boys usually work in pairs? I feel like anytime I see you on TV or in the movies, you got another agent with you.
You know the diner down the street?
Do you mean Dale's place?
Yeah. Turns out gluten in the eggs.
Oh.
My partner can't. It's not
All
good.
right.
It's not good. He should be fine tomorrow, but for now, I'm staying out of that hotel room. I can tell you.
Yeah, next time you should try fish and stuff. It's better.
Understood.
Okay.
All right. You have a nice day.
You too.
Were they IHOP?
Drop that pass off when you come back, please. If I'm not, for some reason, I'm not here. Just slide it under the door.
Sliding it under the door.
Okay.
I swipe myself in and make my way upstairs.
She watches you go, and then when you're finally in the elevator, she opens her door to duck in.
Did I see anything behind her when?
No, it was a clean apartment. It opens up into her little kitchen area, so there's like a kitchen table, maybe with a game of solitaire out on the table. But otherwise, no, seemed fine. She just was hella private and not wanting you up in there.
Okay. Then I make my way up the stairs to Ford's apartment.
Sure. Ford's apartment's on the second floor. If you take a right, you'll get to Caleb's apartment, which has police tape over it. Do not cross. And on the left, at the end of the hallway, is a door going to Ford's apartment.
I go to Ford's apartment.
Sure. Yeah. When you knock on it, it is in fact, or rather, no one comes to the door. Let's go with that. You don't hear any sounds of life if you put your ear to it. Door is locked, and knocking elicits no response.
I take a look for any cameras.
Something your friends did not do last time, BT dubs. No, there are no cameras in the hallway.
Okay. I knock one more time and state FBI, whatnot.
FBI, whatnot.
No. Knock, knock, knock. Mr. Ford, FBI. Could you please answer the door?
Sure. The door that's down a hallway, probably about 30 feet behind you, opens up. A head pokes out. It's a young woman, maybe even a teenager, someone's kid. Pokes her head out, sees you at the door, pokes her head back in, and shuts it. And no one answers Ford's door.
Okay. I'm gonna divert and go knock on the other door.
Where the woman just came out of?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fucking Christ. Okay, I guess I'll make up a character for that one too.
Sure.
That's your fault.
You dug that hole.
Well, it's okay because this character is gonna be named Samantha too, right?
Her name, Samantha 2, T-U, with an umlaut. She's German. Samantha 2.
All right. You knock on the door that's down the hallway behind you. So the way the apartments are in this building, they're in each basically corner of the floor.
Yeah.
So you're in what would be apartment. I forget. There's actually more than that. There's 8 apartments, wasn't there?
Are we waiting out in like the parking lot for him?
No, you guys are over. Oh yeah, we never said.
I would have gone straight to the magic shop.
Oh, you're going back to the magic shop to stake out? Are you just hanging out in a car? Or are you going into the shop?
Well, I'd probably walk around the shop and try to find how many entrances there are, and
I'm probably with Justin.
Also, is this daytime?
It is daytime. I'm saying you guys are hitting noonish.
Okay.
More or less what I was going to get is if I'm waiting like in the parking lot for Patrick, 1, try to stay out of sight of people.
Yep.
And 2, keep an eye out for the old man so that I can text Patrick if he shows up.
Awesome. That's useful. Thank you. And I'll give you guys more info on the magic shop in a bit. You knock on the door of apartment 2 something, whatever. 2-2. Fine, eat it. And
Samantha 2 from apartment 2-2.
You heard me. The door opens up and the young girl pokes her head out again. She's younger. She's got pale skin. She's got kind of mousy brown hair. Maybe she's got thick glasses. Sure, let's go with that. She says, hello?
Hi, I flashed the badge. No worries. My name is Agent Derek Clapton. I'm from the FBI, just here for routine questioning following the tragedy here recently. I noticed you peeked your head out and skidded away real quick. No need to be nervous. I actually could possibly use your ask you a few questions, see if you had any information that might be beneficial to me.
I don't know if I'm allowed to. My mom and dad aren't home right now.
How
and,
old does this person look?
And I'm only 12.
Okay.
So if you could stop flashing me, that'd be great. That one might have been a GM special side note, not actually spoken out loud. You're fine.
Okay. I just say, nope. I stay here. Have you heard anything odd coming from any of the apartments around lately?
Yeah, you just banged on that door and said you were the FBI. I've never seen a real FBI agent before. I only seen them on TV sometimes, even though I'm not supposed to watch those shows. My parents are watching them, but I can stay up late when they're
Okay.
watching.
Okay.
The
No,
bedroom door.
understood. Before my arrival.
Sometimes there's that old guy that's a little bit creepy. I don't think he liked his neighbor very much because his neighbor smelled like garlic a lot, and I kind of like garlic, but not all the time. But garlic fries are kind of gross. But I will eat garlic if it is on food because my mom says I have to. And if I don't eat my food, I can't watch TV. Even the TV I'm allowed to watch.
Well, thank you very much for all of that information.
You're welcome. Is your real name actually Agent Clapton? Because there's a musician whose last name is also Clapton.
Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you.
And I walk away.
Good job, Dustin.
That was fantastic.
Especially with how you've been talking earlier. You really stepped it up.
That was good. That was really good.
Not even slipped up a little.
Yeah,
I actually find talking that easier. I think I could do that probably in my regular life now. And now when I meet with students for my advising appointments, I'm just going to do the run-on. I like that.
So I get back to the door and I pull out, because of course I have these, skill point if needed, a lockpick kit.
So in terms of your general gear, I'd say that one you'd be fine with. You were intending on getting in this apartment one way or the other. I'll give you a pass. Your truck is stocked, and I don't think it needs too many plot points for general tools. It's like the specialty tools that I'll fight you on, but this is fine. Yeah,
I imagine we also would have told him we literally got him with a credit card.
Yeah, I use the credit card trick.
Also true, the locks on these doors, not secure. It doesn't have a deadbolt, because I found out what a deadbolt is that episode. I did not actually know what deadbolt meant.
How do you not know what a deadbolt is?
I thought a deadbolt was something else. I thought it was the thing on top of the door, like the big latch, but it turns out it's the thing I turn every time I come in.
Slider lock.
Okay. Well, I try to get into the apartment.
Yeah, if you use the credit card trick a la Chris, it's just a simple slide through and you get in, no problem.
Okay. And I immediately take out my cell phone and make a call to who's out in the parking lot with me?
Michael is in the parking lot with you.
I make a call to Michael, and I just put it on speakerphone, and I slide it back into my pocket.
Okay, so you're on an empty call with Michael in your pocket, just in case.
Right.
Okay.
So what do I see in the old man's apartment?
I know you didn't get the layout for Caleb's apartment, but I'm not going to go through it again. The apartment seemed to be laid out similarly, and inside of it there is a living room. When you walk in, there's a TV setup. He has little bookshelves all throughout his apartment, so every room will have like a couple of bookshelves, and the texts are all in a foreign language, all of varying age. It does seem that he was a sort of a collector. Otherwise, not too much. Like there's no like pictures on the wall. He doesn't have any pictures of himself or his family. There's an office off to the side of the living room. Inside of it, there's no computer. There's no modern technology beyond the television in the living room. That's just got basically more books and maybe like a writing desk, although the writing is also in a foreign language. There is a bathroom off of there, which is just clean, well kept. There is a bedroom towards the back of the building, and in the bedroom there is a small twin bed, and then most of it is different bookshelves and things like that. There are some dressers in there with clothes and the like, everything seeming like it's a shade of antique, and some of it imported, including the furniture, the bed frame, the dresser drawer, all that fun stuff. And there is a closet in the bedroom that you kind of slide open, and it's completely empty. There's nothing in the closet whatsoever. Okay. Everything is tidy, and it like his bed is made and sheets pulled very tightly, as if like you fucker, as if he made it when he woke up, like some sick people tend to do.
So okay. I would ask you what you see, so I imagine you kind of basically tell me everything he just said.
I think that's fair that you're kind of talking out loud as you go through the room, Patrick.
Very quietly, maybe.
No, it's fair. No one's in the room. You check quickly, and there's no one in the building or in the apartment.
I want to know, do I'm going to take a look around, like specifically at the floor. I'm looking for any traces of blood.
Sure. Give me
I
a.
would also suggest you take pictures of those papers in the foreign writing, and I'll send them to Nick to translate.
Okay. That's
Okay.
actually a good idea. I like this setup.
As you do that, you are good. Give me an alertness roll with a skill you feel is appropriate for searching the apartment.
I think that would ooh, okay. Go with me here. I have perception, which is whatever. I also have survival 6, which is normally used for like hunting and tracking and whatnot. So I might,
Because
that would
you're
be a
looking
stretch.
for blood, I'll give it to you if you find blood. However, it will be a very specific roll. You
Okay.
might miss out on more obvious things because you're looking for a very specific track there.
And then I'd like to spend a plot point to increase my alertness roll by 1 step.
Yep, no problem.
Which will bring it from a D4 to a D6.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm rolling a D6 and a D8. D6, don't be a 1. Okay, D8, don't be a 1. All right, I got an 8 total.
8 total. As you're looking around, it does seem that the floor used to have carpet that was taken up. Like you can see some like traces of old carpet. The floor now is like a glossy, like faux wood floor. Like someone put laminate down on it. It's not like real hardwood, but it looks like hardwood. But it feels kind of like a kitchen floor. I.e., crazy easy to clean, and you get a faint aroma of bleach from the floor, as if it's been cleaned recently.
Okay, I'm gonna take a quick look around, moving swiftly, to ascertain where the best place would be to hide this little video audio bug.
The video audio bug that probably cost you like $15 at a Best Buy. So the bathroom has a decent view of the living room and the where you walk in. There isn't actually a great spot for a single item to like sit there like and see the whole apartment. It's kind of, what room do you want to see more? The bedroom, the living room? The entire apartment has this
whichever room. The entire apartment smells like it's been recently cleaned. The whole entire kit and caboodle.
If you were to get like
to put the bug in the room where he was doing the writing.
Okay, the room where he's doing the writing can also, if you put it like in the doorway, it'll also open up to like, you'll see the living room from there, and you'll see if he goes into the bedroom or bathroom, but you won't see them once he goes past the door frame. Basically.
How many of these bugs do you think I purchased?
Did you guys have an operating budget yet? Do we have funds for you guys determined?
I don't even have money right now.
Okay. We will figure out budgets later. I'd say that you probably would have grabbed one plus as many plot points as you want to spend.
Done. I will spend so bathroom, bedroom, main room, and office.
In the office, because the way the apartment's laid out, the office will show you, like as you're looking in, it'll directly look into the living room. And then if you keep going past the door frame, you'll know if he goes into to the bedroom or to the bathroom. And then the exit to the apartment's just right here. So you can see a decent amount from that office. And if you're going to do a second one, I'd say probably the bedroom makes the most sense, like up in the corner. So you'd be able to see him walking into the bedroom.
How many rooms total in this?
Not many. There's the living room, office, bathroom, bedroom, and then there's a hallway, like a small hallway, which is where the bedroom kind of goes around.
Okay. How many of these rooms have access to windows?
For his apartment, it would be his living room has access to a window. Oh God, now I have to actually physically figure this out. His office would have a window.
Yeah, well, think about it this way.
And his bathroom has a window, but his bedroom does not. Everything but his bedroom.
His bedroom has to, by code.
What was that?
His bedroom has to, by code.
This might be a slum apartment.
You know what? No, it could be the back of the building. I'm thinking of the side that he should be on, but the back of the building makes sense too. Yeah, all of the rooms in his house has a window, except the living room doesn't have anything.
Okay, so we're talking 4 rooms with windows.
1, 2.
Give me a number.
3.
3 rooms with windows. Okay, I will have 3 of them then.
Okay.
I will put them in the rooms with the windows.
So the bedroom, the bathroom, and the office.
Yep. Screw it. I'll spend 3 points. I have them. I'll put one in every room.
And now the living room is also covered. Okay.
Yes, and I angle them in a way that I think I will get the most bang for my camera lens buck. And if there are flowers, I'll put them.
Never mind. Sorry. Keep going.
No. If there's like a flower pot, like I'm not dumb about it. In other words,
bookshelves. He's got bookshelves everywhere. There's not really like it's no decoration, super sparse, except for the books.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll put it in a shadow in the
back. Or like a lamp or something. You would also have like access to a lamp or something.
Right. I'll leave it to you to assume that I don't follow that up. And there's no body in the place or anything like that.
No.
Okay. And then one last thing, I want to take a look at the windows to see if any of them seem like if they've all been cleaned, if one seems more used than the other. My thought process here is that he goes out the window because he ain't walking down the steps.
No, he definitely goes out the window. It's the window in his bedroom.
That's the one that seems the most used?
Yeah, it's the one that's to the back of the building. It's not to the side of the building, not to the alleyway. It's also the one that's most used. It specifically smells like bleach, and none of the other windows do.
Okay. Then I try to angle the camera in that one to face the window a bit more.
Sure.
Okay. And then I swiftly leave.
Okay.
Does that window in the bedroom lead to a fire escape?
No, the fire escape would be the alleyways.
Granted, this thing would have wings.
Correct. You guys know for a fact the thing you're working against has wings. Yes. Okay. Patrick, you come out. Michael, around like 1 or 1:30. Patrick's well out before that. If you guys are still there for some reason, you'd see the old guy coming back. So you did not. Patrick wasn't in there long enough for it to be an issue. When you go out, I assume you slide the ID back into the woman's apartment. You don't do anything else. Okay. All right. So you guys are.
Wipes it down. No finger.
Yeah, you wipe it down. Fine. Why does this smell like bleach? Oh, never mind. Okay, fine.
I was thinking about going into the other apartment, but I figured that my compatriots had done their due diligence there.
Yeah, they're all set there. I would have stopped you unless you had a specific reason. Now, for your compatriots, the Cruston group, you guys are scoping out the magic shop. You find out it isn't like a block of shops on a street. It has the front door, and if you go around through an alleyway to the back, and it's not even next to the building, like it's sandwiched in between two buildings. But if you get back to the behind the structure, there is a rear exit that doesn't match up with any exit you guys saw on the inside. So it's likely through a storeroom or something, or a closet or some such, a back room. But there is 2 entrances and exits into the building. There are windows for like the storefront itself, but they don't seem to be windows that open. They're kind of display windows, and there's no other window accesses to the building they're in. There's ventilation for fucking Christopher's code, but it's like actual vents, not like a window.
All right, Chris, you want to take one? I'll take the other.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right. Should we I don't know, disguise ourselves or something? I feel like hanging out in the back alley, maybe.
Hold on, I got this.
Christopher's putting on a hat.
Well, I'm just saying, like loitering around isn't going to be very.
I got it.
Very good.
I got a hat.
Especially with a known curfew.
The alleyway. Thank you, Michael. There's a known curfew, which you guys are aware of.
All right, I'll take it.
Okay. Justin takes a hat as well. It is a Boston Red Sox hat. For those who didn't see that. And now Christopher is masturbating.
Seriously.
The alleyway is a relatively small alleyway, and hanging out back there would be kind of creepy. Also, all of the other stores on the block have doors that empty out into that alleyway, so it's got a decent amount of foot traffic depending on when you guys are hanging out there.
Well, you know what? Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of look a little homeless, right?
I haven't shaved in a while.
Yeah, you take the back door. Try to look as homeless as possible.
Wait, Chris, didn't you shave when we started this arc? I feel like you had just been clean shaven. I don't want to have any movie inconsistencies here.
To make entrance into the.
I mean, the long hair and everything. I mean, I can glue some hair to my face.
I thought he was clean shaven going into Arkham, but whatever, it's fine. Yeah, Chris looks homeless in general. That's fine.
I do. Actually, hey, wait. We'll trade hats. On this hat is a little bit more beautiful.
It is a little dirtier, yeah.
/ Boston Red Sox totes homeless.
Yeah.
There, now I'm super homeless.
All right, so Chris, you're grabbing a blanket when night hits and curling up in the alleyway. He's now getting a blanket because Christopher has props. He's also wearing pajama pants that are red and plaid, in case anyone was wondering. Okay, all right. I assume you guys will wait until it looks like the shop's closed down so you don't get fucking arrested for vagrancy, but sure.
Is Matt working? Actually, I'll peek in. Is he working?
Yes, Matt is working. You guys are there for at noontime. At noontime, it is not. It is an older white dude with frizzy, like brownish hair. But Matthew, when it hits, I guess the evening starts setting on. We'll come around 2, 3 in the afternoon. We have Matthew comes and replaces them.
Okay, yeah, staking that out. I'm gonna text everybody else, say, hey, we're staking out the
At
shop.
that point, me and Patrick, I imagine, would join them.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to join into the stakeout, or
No,
you guys just stake out the apartment building?
No, my plan is specifically to be able to salt, garlic, ash, marinate that body.
Yes.
Okay. You guys go and get the supplies coordinated in the interim while you guys are
Under
waiting.
the assumption that the
Manananagal.
2 points, Gryffindor.
Mananagal. Mananagal.
No, there's another nana you're missing. It's a manananagal.
Yeah.
Mananangal.
No, it's manananagal.
So
Manananagal.
No. It stops. It's Mananangal. No A before the G.
Oh no, you're right. There is no.
Oh,
Okay.
wait.
Mananangal.
Mananana.
Okay, fine.
Ring.
I don't know. Like, listen, guys,
Mananago.
I looked up basically vampire substitute, and this is the one I was like, I don't want to say this out loud, but the female version, the only female from another country that made more sense than the Philippines, is like, it sounds like Prager's version of this, like Franaganago. It's awful.
So yeah, we're working under the assumption that the Mananangal is leaving his body in the apartment and hunting. So Team Cruston, we are going to try to stop the murder, whereas Team, what do we call them?
Pikel.
Team Pikel is going to salt the hell out of him.
Hey, we're not. Well, I guess we're kind of combat-y. You got combat.
Yeah.
I'm not as combat-y.
I do. I am very combat-y.
I found a pronunciation tool online. I'm gonna try and play it for myself. Oh, it's even worse than we were doing. Mananangal.
All right. So I just stressed the wrong syllable.
Makes sense. You're white AF, and this is a Filipino friend.
There's 2 G's though, so it's gotta be like gagol, right?
Oh my god.
Anyways, continue.
I was waiting for Patrick to freak his shit. That took so much longer than I wanted.
That was so much like constraint on my part.
I'm so glad we stuck with it. We won, guys.
Hey, you know what?
Jesus Christ.
Hey, we set our shit up way faster than you did. You didn't even have to put video cameras in there. You really didn't.
The video cameras for me were 2 things. 1, prove that we're not batshit crazy and just
2,
about to go
Too pervy.
assault an old man, and 2, so that I can verify, oh, that is him, his body is gone, give you the heads up so that you know to protect Harry Reedy, whatever his name is, and then I can rush in and salt that body.
So, well, that's another thing. We're not going to assault a guy. We're just going to salt him. Anyways.
I said salt.
So the other point I was going to get.
Oh, beforehand, assault, yeah.
We saw his torso at a hotel. So he might actually leave his lower half at a hotel occasionally.
Or he was coming after us.
He was coming after you guys.
Sweet.
It was all up in your business, and the only place you saw the blood was around your area.
All right.
By the way, it makes a tick-tick sound when it flies.
Says Wikipedia.
Yeah. They're often called tic-ticks.
Okay, well, I'm not calling them tick-ticks. They make no sort of tick-tick sound when he flies.
Tick-ticks are easy to kill. 2 hits with a nail according to Hollow Knight.
It's one of these things. Oh, I was just talking about this with somebody. Folklore dictates that the fainter the sound, the nearer the Mananagal is.
Yeah.
That
was actually an element I was going to have if you guys like ever participated in.
I was literally just talking about that with somebody. I can't remember who it was.
For the after party.
Yeah. Anyways.
All right. So you guys have the place scoped out. You've got homeless Chris. You've got Justin parked out in a car somewhere. You've paid a lot of fucking quarters in this like 2-hour meter that it has because towns in Massachusetts. Am I right? Yep. And you guys are all set. I don't really have anything else for you. You guys brought, I'm assuming, some mixture of salt, garlic, and etc. with you. Yes.
Yeah. Justin insisted on mixing everything all.
Yep. All of them.
Okay.
Just to make sure.
Weapons? Are you guys bringing any weapons? I don't think this mentions anything like stakes or anything. So.
I got my hand cannon.
Okay.
I got my gun.
Big ass gun. Okay. You guys have firearms. Okay. Hopefully you guys get arrested and that'll be fun to explain. Okay. You guys are waiting. So we can basically fast forward to nighttime is what you guys want. Yes.
Yay, nighttime.
Need to do anything before we get there?
Nope.
Okay. And for your bugs, you're watching in a laptop. This is Team Pikel. You guys have a laptop open in we'll say Patrick's. What are you driving? A bug? Is that what I said? Whatever you're driving, that's awful. You're awful rental.
PT goddamn cruiser.
The PT cruiser with wood paneling.
Nope, we're in the truck.
So
Yeah.
Chris has the PT cruiser with wood paneling again?
No, that's Pat rented that one, so
yeah, but Michael drives the truck has been established. He's established his
Yeah. But I'm working on the PT cruiser.
I happily gave him my keys.
Yeah, it's okay. It's in the
It's
shop.
not rented under my name anyway.
I happily took him because it's not under my name.
All right, so we fast forward to night, and you guys do obviously see Ford get into his apartment over the webcams. Michael, for your own reference, and Joseph maybe whispering in your ear, points out, it seems like Patrick's done this before because the cameras are pointed in the perfect angle for some voyeurism, that's what I'm saying.
So I'm actually a little creeped out after hearing that, if that triggers anything.
If it triggers anything,
it triggers Patrick. That's what it triggers.
I'll say even the tenseness of the moment, because you guys are leading up to something, and you see Joseph Ford pottering about his apartment, and at one point he walks into his closet and he walks into the closet, like that little closet area in his bedroom that Pat had slid open. It was completely bare. And you start to feel a little bit tense, Michael. And as you tense up, waiting for things to happen, you do feel the presence of Joseph as if he's kind of watching specifically over your shoulder. It's almost like someone's breathing into your ear, like persistently, but every time you kind of go to like wave it off or look, there's nothing there. And you've come to associate this with Joseph's presence. For our viewers who aren't caught up for some reason, Joseph is the spirit of the hunter or ex-hunter that got murderized in the first arc of our Supernatural campaign and is now haunting the crap out of Michael.
I like to tell him he's terrible because me as an amateur managed to take out the thing that killed him.
To be fair, he was caught by surprise, but yes, you're right.
So was I.
And you didn't tell the listeners how he manifests.
He manifests whenever Michael is feeling a sense of excitement or urgency or heightened emotion, which Chris is hinting at. We have canonically included masturbation in this series of things that elicits emotion from Michael.
That ghost is around all the time.
All of the time. Hanging out while we're all sleeping in the same hotel room is weird.
That ghost never leave.
Oh God! All right, I'm sorry.
Put it away.
Well, what is it? Apparently, it's really bad because I saw him when Patrick was getting built up. According to Dustin.
Canonical, man. I don't know what to tell you, man.
I'm just glad it's not me.
Yeah,
for what?
No, not only that, it's visible to everyone else, which is not how it works. But for Justin, it happened. All right.
Continue, please.
Yes.
I've ruined things enough. All right. Joseph climbs into his closet, which slightly clips out of view of the camera. Half of Joseph climbs out of the closet.
Not
Damn
Joseph.
it. Sorry. Ford Old Man Ford walks into the closet. Half of Old Man Ford, the upper half, claws its way as its hands, which were like old and wrinkly before, are now elongated and clawed and hairy awkwardly. Claws itself out of the closet, sliding the door shut behind it. Patrick's camera had a use. And
Patrick, what?
Patrick's camera had a use.
Yeah.
It climbs its way to the window, opens it, steps out, its entrails clearly leaving a trail of blood as they're hanging loose from the torso. It clears the window, shuts the window, and leaves camera view, flying off to the back of the building, or past the back of the building. What do you guys do as a response to that, Pikel?
Message.
Yeah, do you...
Michael on the text message with his quick fingers. Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Joseph nearby.
Shoots off that text message to both Chris and Justin. You guys are on a group chat or whatever. The Hangouts. Let's do it. Over Hangouts, you guys get the alert and you know that at the very least, Ford has left the building.
As he's doing that, I jump to the back of the truck to take out salt, garlic, and ash.
Sure thing, no problem.
I imagine that was already prepared anyways.
We talked about it, but that's okay.
Yep.
So as you guys have that prepared, are you bringing any bigger weapons in with you?
I will have my standard piece, which is apparent. I'll go with my pistol. I'm not going to go with my AR-15. That seems a bit overkill.
Okay. You've got your pistol. And are you guys going to try and make your way into the building? Is that the plan?
I'm going to look to go in through the back. Did you say there was a fire escape on that window?
There's a fire escape on the side of the house that gets you into Ford's apartment. The fire escape, however, does require, like, the ladder doesn't go all the way down to the bottom. So you guys have to finagle a way up there.
We'll figure it out.
No, you'll actually be rolling some dice.
We'll figure it out.
I'll actually have you guys do that first because it's going to take a couple minutes for it to fly to Harry's, and we'll pick up there. So in terms of getting up the fire escape, who's lifting who?
He's strong.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a strength, and I don't know what skill you might have that would work for it, but feel free to pitch a skill, and strength is self up there.
Weightlifting.
That's a skill.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Go ahead and give me strength and weightlifting as you attempt to lift Patrick. And
lift all of my weight, brah.
How well you lift him is going to be judged based on this roll, and that's mostly for, like, does he get up there? That's going to happen, but, like, how quiet is it? Like, how much are you able to just get him up there?
I got a 6.
A 6? I don't think I made the check hard, so as long as that hits average, you're good. It does not. It does not hit average. 7 is an average check. So as you are pushing him,
well, he can spend a point.
2 points.
He can spend a point, 1 point per to meet the difficulty. Yes.
Yeah, you can pop. I'm not supposed to tell you the difficulty, so I'm going to say no. And you get pushed up. You guys aren't supposed to know the difficulty for your checks. That's the same in every dungeoneering thing. I misspoke by telling you. That is my bad. I will take fault for that. The worst that happens is the fire escape clangs when you go up there.
Okay.
That's all. You make it up there, no problem. There's no point in fighting you on that. That's an easy feat to accomplish, but quietly doesn't quite work out. It's not significantly loud. You didn't fall or anything. It's just that you land with a resounding clang and you pull Michael up. I'm going to not give you guys an issue for Michael getting up there, though.
I was about to say I could do athletics or
No,
climbing.
I don't think you guys already up
we're
there.
up.
You're good.
We're good.
Now you guys are climbing the fire escape and you have a window in front of you. The window's locked. I want you guys to think about how you're handling it as I go over to Team Cruston.
I simply say we go on the one we left unlocked that we got out of earlier.
That was the other side of the building. You guys are on the exact opposite side, the other alleyway.
Generally, there's only a fire escape on one side of the building.
And then this building has 2.
Okay, Mike, we switch over to Google Chat and let him go over to the other guys.
For Team Cruston, you guys are separated now, right? Because Christopher's in the alleyway looking homeless, and Justin, you're watching the front door. Justin, you don't see.
They didn't text us?
They did text you.
Okay.
But from your vantage point, you don't get to see much because the building and like the street's kind of narrow, as in all Massachusetts streets ever. The building itself kind of takes up most of your view. You don't have a great view of the skyline, even if you tried. So Christopher, you are maybe a little startled when the form lurches from like off of, looks like it's kind of climbing down the side of the building. It is a man's upper torso with large bat-like wings, and like you can clearly see the shadows of clawed arms as it comes down. A hand reaches into like the light outside the door and begins unscrewing the bulb until it is cast in darkness. And then it climbs to the door of the horror shop and begins to open it. Do you have a reaction there for it, Chris?
Let's see. I do have split second timing and cool under fire, so I'm really not that surprised.
Nope, I'm not giving you like you can't react. I'm just saying that maybe it's a little bit shocked because you don't necessarily know it's coming in the
Well, that's true too. It's also, you know, the first time I've ever seen something as grotesque as this. So yeah, I just send a quick text to Justin. Hey, it's back here, and I just I keep close to it, but still look very homeless. I do have my hand on my gun though.
Okay, but you don't try to stop it while it enters the building.
No.
Okay. It disappears through the doorway, which it shuts quietly behind it.
All right. Okay. Getting the text, I'm gonna go in through the front door. If it's open, I don't know if it's still open.
Nope, it's locked up.
Shit.
You saw Matt come by, put the close sign on, and lock the door.
Yeah, then I'll head over to the back then with Chris.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, you see Chris getting to the door. He shed his homeless blanket. He kept the homeless hat on though, and
it smells like farts.
Yeah, you guys get into the back of the horror shop. What's your take here? Because as of now, you don't see the thing, and the shop is quiet. It's not totally dark. There are some lights towards the back, the storeroom that is behind the counter where you guys first encountered Matthew. The rest of the shop is locked up, and there are like some things that are kind of put away with tarps or like sheets over them, not tarps, sheets over them, or a couple of cases of more value items that were locked up. But otherwise, not much has changed about the shop itself.
Let's just get in there and just try to get him as safe as possible. That's all I'm thinking.
Yep.
Also, does it smell like farts to you?
No.
Are you guys going in quickly, or are you guys being stealthy about it?
I'd probably go in quickly, to be honest, because
I will try to be stealthy because I do have stealth.
Well, you try to be stealthy, like you take like a nice little tiptoe, and Justin fucking runs around the corner.
Well, yeah, I want to save this guy. I don't care if that thing runs away.
Ice cream sandwiches as he rounds the corner, and
we've got him cornered.
Yeah,
we've got the thing cornered. So if it runs away, I mean, I don't care. I just trying to save this guy.
You kind of like quickly stomp through. So you shut the door behind you, stomp around, you turn the corner as you guys get to the counter area, and Matthew is sound asleep at the counter. Like he's like arms up, like elbows down, and he seems to have passed out while going over a ledger. You looking closely into the shadows, you do see something a little weird, as there does seem to be some sort of tentacle coming out of the shadow, and it looks like it might be touching Matthew's back, which you can't see from your angle.
Yeah, I don't know. Do we have like initiative or something that we should be tracking here, or?
Let's give everyone initiative. I'm going to give Matthew the thing and you guys initiative rolls. Initiative is agility plus alertness.
And I get a bonus +2 because of, what is it? Split second time. Or D2. All right, so 10 + 4 + 1.
It's what would you say it was? Alertness plus
agility.
Oh wait, mine's 20. I have 20 initiative.
Yep, so you have to roll 2d10s.
No. What? No, that's not how skills work in Supernatural. Once you go over 12, you have 12 plus a d2. Then you have 12 plus
No. So his initiative is a d10 plus a d10.
Oh, so you rolled a.
It's 20? It's a derived. Skill.
Oh, here I am rolling it like a jackass. Then I have it as just agility.
I thought we had to roll that.
Yeah, you do roll. You roll your agility plus your alertness for your initiative. It's not a derived skill.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm.
An 8 plus. Yeah, I have an 8 plus 12. Okay. All right. Yeah, I see. I see.
Otherwise, initiative wouldn't be a roll off; it'd be determined.
Right.
Whoa.
Yeah, because I also have it's a D8 plus a D12 for initiative on this thing.
I got a 10.
I got a 15.
All right. So you have Justin. You have an 8. Chris has a. I'm sorry. What was that, Chris?
15.
15.
I have a 10.
Yeah, Justin has a 10.
Okay, I ignored Justin already again. This thing has a
Reset.
7 plus a 6, which is a 13, so it'll come in between you. And then Matthew is not a what we would call quick, so he's gonna have just a couple of rolls there.
Wait, did you get extra for split second timing?
Yes.
Because I have that too. Do I have to roll that D4?
What is yours? D2?
A D4.
D4, then roll a D4 and add that to your initiative.
Yep. 1. Wow.
Didn't matter.
Okay, so 11. I've rolled 3 1s this game, and I've only rolled like 6 die.
Hello, new Patrick. Chris, you get your action first.
All right. So I want to follow where the tentacle is coming from.
Just for the sake of brevity, it is coming from over Matthew's left shoulder in the most shadowy area of the counter area.
All right.
So there's some shadows collected in the ceiling up on the upper left.
All right, cool. Looking around, are there any windows or anything like that?
Closest windows to you would be the windows that look out to the front of the street, and they're not terribly far away. I'd say they're probably about 10 feet from where the counter area ends.
All right. Is there anything around me that I can throw at it?
Throw at there's tons of things. So you're littered in a shop just full of.
I reach out for the first thing I grab. What is it?
Give me a quick D20 for funsies roll. The closer to 1 you get, the funnier the item is.
All right.
1.
12.
12. Not particularly funny. You find it is a old school styled monkey's paw, which is gross and furry when you touch it, and it's got 2 fingers already down. It's got 2 fingers already down, so it looks like it's doing the Spider-Man symbol, so it's a little funny, but it is like a hefty monkey's claw.
All right. So I reach out and I say, "Oh man, I wish I hit this thing," and I throw it at him.
One finger mysteriously goes out. No, give me a roll. Now for that one, it's going to be, I assume, a strength roll.
Not agility.
Nope, sorry, that is move, aim, and hand-eye coordination. It is agility. You are correct.
All right.
An agility plus however you want to chuck this thing for the attack. Although I guess we could probably check out combat would be a good idea. Let's see, actions in combat, because we haven't actually done official combat because you guys killed that thing last time. Let's see. That's chases. Oh god, this is all about running around in combat. I want attacking at range, but that's shooting. 5 feet for throwing weapons. Sure, you're within 5 feet. Let's see, not being hit. All right, innate defense. Do I have this thing's innate defense? Do you figure out what you're rolling for your attack roll yet?
Agility probably plus, I don't know, athletics or something.
Someone's air conditioners came in hard right there. What are you rolling at plus?
Athletics.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that. I'm trying to see what this thing's defense is, because it's supposed to have an innate defense as well. And I don't have attacks, lore. That's not.
Resistance or endurance?
No.
Does it have an innate defense?
It does not.
Keep your guard up. Roll agility plus close combat skills specialty. Hunter's got some. Well, I don't know about monsters.
Let's see. It looks like it is agility is the innate defense. It's you're aware of something, so you have to roll your agility. You have the ability to roll your agility. Okay, so its agility is not great, which is fine. And then, it's just agility too. It's just a single die roll for the defense, it looks like. It's not blocking at this point because it's not aware of it. And actually say it's probably no. Justin came around the corner pretty hard, so it is aware of you. So that could be a roll agility plus. I'm just gonna give it innate defense. That's fine. We'll just give it the innate defense. It doesn't get any other reaction to that. Like it's not actually trying to move away, but it's aware of you. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll its really crappy roll, and we'll go with that. So for that, okay, what was your roll?
I got a 10.
It rolled a 2, so you hit with a crit actually because you got 7 points higher than its roll.
My wish came true.
So go ahead and roll your attack on that.
How much damage would a monkey paw being thrown at it do?
Not very much.
You poke it in its eye?
Yeah, I'm guessing you get poked in the eye or something.
I mean, its organs are hanging out. That can't feel good.
Yeah, I'd say you probably hit it like and it gets wedged up in there. Like you throw it, it bounces off the back wall and bounces into this thing's guts, like literally directly into its guts.
All right, what do you want me to roll?
It's not actually going to hurt it.
Oh, all right.
So it doesn't matter. You guys are pretty sure based on your lore that there's really no way to actually kill it without doing the stuff to its lower torso and making it die that way. You didn't get like a stake to the heart or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So what you just did was you distracted it, and you definitely impacted it because it was a crit. I'll say that not only does its like proboscis retract back to the shadows, it actually loses its grip on whatever it was hanging on to, whatever shelf it was attached to, and it falls directly into the light. As it falls, its like claw scrapes down the side of the bookshelf, knocking things down, or the display shelf, knocking things down, quickly waking up Matthew as it falls. Now, for combat in the Cortex system, I think it's less time. I think you get a single action and then we move on to the next person, right? It's not like a... Let's see. How does movement work in combat?
You just tap.
Is Patrick talking?
He tried.
Yeah, I think it's something like 3 seconds or something.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
like 3 seconds instead of the normal 6. So I'm going to say picking up the monkey's paw and chucking it will probably be your 3 seconds. Is there a... I thought there was a chart for combat in this, Chris. Have you seen it again, or am I making that up?
I'm looking.
It might be in the earlier section. You know, I'm in the later sections of combat. I'm going to go up to the earlier stuff because that was supposed to be like the quick and dirty. This is what you do.
All right. It's possible for a character to take multiple actions in one turn. Again, the watchword is sensible. Keep a close eye on multiple actions in a turn. Again, shut them down if they get abusive. Combatants only have 3 seconds to act. Only so much can be done in that time. Can't divide the concentration too far. If you think a hunter is attempting too many things at once, cut him off at an appropriate number of actions.
So as you pulled back and threw the thing, would you be doing anything else?
I would just kind of putting up my hand ready for retaliation. Maybe grabbing something else at random to use as like a shield.
Roll a d20.
Come on, 1.
2.
A 2. What you pull from a shield is like a it is what would be like a mannequin in other stores, but this one is actually like a monkey, like an ape, who is missing its left hand. So you have like a stuffed monkey mannequin that's got like, I don't know, like some kind of like mystic amulet. It looks like it's from Doctor Strange or some shit, but it is missing a hand, strangely. And you've got that as your shield. Okay, and then this thing goes next. It sees you guys. Let's see. Both move and act in any order. I'll say your move was to get into range to throw. Yeah, life points and damage doesn't matter to this particular thing. And what does this thing have for attacks? How much is it going to try and kill you? You know what? It's actually just going to launch itself off of where it fell. And Chris, since you're a little bit out in the... Actually, Chris, I'll let you choose. Is Justin in front of you or are you in front of Justin?
I'm in front of Justin.
Okay, fine. You stepped in front of Justin to throw it as he kind of came around the corner and surprised the thing. It launches itself straight out from the floor and it like spins in the air a little bit, like almost... acrobatically a bit as it like spins, its wings getting tighter in, and it brings out a large claw to just swipe at you, Chris. Right. And that for its attack is going to be a strength and okay, it's unarmed combat, sucks, but that's fine. It's not really supposed to be doing that. It's got good strength, so we'll hopefully kill you that way. So we got that. Well, that's a good hit, and then it was only a D4 for that. All right, so it's got a 13 coming at you with this claw. Now, for your defense, it can be agility if you're trying to like move, and you also have a shield up, so you can actually pull up the shield. Do you have that combat requirement there? The defense?
What is the?
Let's see. So you're waking others damage. You get your agility. Yeah, if you haven't used your action for the turn, so you have used your action for the turn, you could have spent it to defend instead of getting another action. So I'll say that you're not getting any real defense from the monkey, other than maybe it'll reduce a point of damage from it. So it looks like it's just your agility.
Just agility. All right.
It's coming really hard for your agility.
All right. Well, D10. I got a 9.
Okay, so it didn't crit you, which is good, but it still definitely hits you.
Oh, yeah.
Now you're going to get hurt, and this is where it comes in. Damage comes in 3 basic types, basic, stun, or wound. This is going to be basic, which gets divided evenly in the 2. I'm just trying to see how many points you determine. Like, how do you determine what damage comes out?
I thought it was the leftover.
Oh, is it? Is that it?
I thought that was the excess, right?
That would be an easy way to do it. I like that. That's kind of nice.
Excess.
I like that a lot, actually. So you managed to get out of most of the way of this thing's claw then, because with your 9, it's only I said it was a 13. Is that right?
Yeah.
So you've got 4 points of basic damage.
Would you subtract 1 for the monkey?
I will subtract 1 for the. Do we round up or down? I'll subtract 2.
It says excess goes to stun.
I'm just gonna subtract 2. So you have 2 points of damage coming in because it gets more monkey than you. You take 1 point of stun damage and 1 point of wound damage because basic gets spread out across.
For myself and the viewers/listeners, can you remind us how damage works?
Damage is evenly spread between 2 different types. You have stun and you have, I think it's called wound. Wound is the one that when you reach a certain point, you die. And stun is when you reach a certain point, you're stunned, you're unconscious. I believe they do come to meet in the middle. So you can have stuns that meet your wounds when that threshold is tied. You are unconscious. Your wounds have to go all the way to your full health to actually kill you.
Okay, so if my life points is 12, if I take 6 stun, 6 wound, I go down?
I believe that makes you unconscious, yeah. Okay. The mix of like physical blows and plus you're bleeding out of somewhere, yeah, it knocks you out.
Alrighty.
You're doing okay, I suspect.
Yes, yeah, I'm just being, do my due diligence.
All right, Justin, what are you doing for this combat round? And then I'm going to jump over to Team Pikel.
So really quickly, I'm just going to yell, "Get out of here, go, you're in danger." And then I'm going to throw some ashes, salt, and garlic at him.
Okay. The ashes, garlic, and salt, you're going to connect. It's really fucking close to you at this point because it's just got like Chris it's on top of Chris basically with its claw. As it hits like its like skin and stuff, doesn't seem to have any effect, but as soon as it starts to touch like his exposed organs, the thing like recoils up into itself, which looks really disgusting. It's like splashing Chris with blood as it does so as well. And it like reels back. Like it is like all fucking set now. And I'll say that ends your turn. You do manage to freak it the F out. Matthew, who is now awake for his turn, is like, you got, what the fuck is that? Nope. And he runs out towards the, he tries to sneak past you guys to the back door. Because the back door is tucked in the corner. Right. Back up to Pikel. You have a window in front of you that is locked. This window goes into the hallway that you guys had been in before. It doesn't go directly into Ford's apartment.
I am just trying to push the window open.
With brute strength?
In other words, I'm waiting for Michael to do his thing, so I'm just pushing.
Okay. Michael, what do you do?
All right, so seeing him try and fail at the window, I immediately pull out my knife and attempt to jam it in, and then lift up and break whatever like the little lock is, because I imagine it's an old wooden window.
Yeah, it's like one of those like little shitty like turnover locks too. Like it's
I imagine enough force it would just break.
Yeah, and even you know what? I'd even say it's an average amount of force would break it. So yeah, go ahead and give me your rolls.
All right. I imagine just weightlifting again.
I'm okay with it. It's fine. So strength and weightlifting, it's fine. And his 2 dice roll together to make
an 8.
An 8, which is just over the average roll I had set at 7. You managed to bust it open with just like a lever system. You guys have access. You guys get into the apartment using the same tried and true credit card method. At no point was Ford aware of the cameras Patrick had placed. And mostly because he hadn't interacted with you guys. Had he seen you and been suspicious, he would have checked things. But because he never saw you, didn't know you were a concern, that's why he didn't get any checks there. You guys make your way to the bedroom and you open the door, and it is like really disgusting. It is a dude's legs, like basically right below his belly button down, wearing pants. No, he's naked. Like it's naked torso legs. Old, wrinkly looking. Like when he sits down to pee, like it touches the water and everything. You know what I'm talking about. And like where the body left it, it's just an open, gaping wound where you can see like the thick tubes that are still slightly oozing blood, not shooting it anywhere, but slightly oozing blood, and it's standing like ramrod straight, like it's not like leaning on anything. It's just standing up, waiting for the upper half to come on back.
Is Michael standing ramrod straight? Is Joseph nearby?
You feel a chill in the air, Patrick.
So I look at the remains, and I just kind of, without saying anything, slowly hand Michael half of the kit that we've assembled.
Amateur.
And just start, throwing crap on top of it.
Okay, yeah. You guys
do it in such a way that it's not a clear mess, ideally, in case it can survive without its lower half.
Try to keep it contained. Yeah. That was a good plan because I was gonna fuck you on it. That's fine. So you kind of like do you mush it in there?
That's on Michael.
I do it in such a way that it doesn't look like it's there.
Michael, do you hunt in real life?
Huh?
Do you hunt in real life? Have you ever hunted in real life?
No.
No? Okay.
Patrick hunts people regularly, like the greatest game. Come on. Or most dangerous game? Oh god, I fucked that up.
Most dangerous
game.
I think there's enough variations on the title that I could have said like, oh, I'm talking about this show, and I'd be right, but it's fine. So you pack it in there, but like so it's not obvious, and you wash your hands a couple times in the bathroom after. With some
before I do that, because Patrick was clearly being, let's just be honest, a little bitch, I smear some on his back.
Okay.
I hate everything about that and everything about you.
You clearly left it for me to do, so
yeah. As you're like, do you want to, Patrick?
No, I gave him half of the stuff, and I did the other stuff. I wasn't going to
salt bathed though, and he meat packed.
I'll remember this. Clementine will remember.
Yeah, thanks. The only character apparently from that entire series that can, because never mind. What was that?
I was just laughing at what you said.
As you nothing apparently happens. There's no fizzing or fizzling, like a pussing or extra blood. You just move his shit around. You plug stuff in there, and yeah, there you go. What do you guys do next?
Leave
the building?
Yeah, go back to the station and watch.
Okay.
That's a weird.
Is Joseph
Joseph, yeah, you know what? Joseph is kind of over your shoulder, Michael, specifically talking to you so that Patrick can't hear it, and he says, I know you don't like me too much, but I just want to say, you pack meat like a real champ. Like, looks like you had those hands all up in that shit before, if you know what I'm saying. And that's coming from a dude who on the regular unburied people, so I can put shit all up on them. So, yeah. All right, you did good. Now, I see that little bitch is trying to leave the room. You guys sure you want to just set it and forget it? What if this doesn't work? Now it's going to know you got something, or it's got something that knows it's shit. You think that's going to go over well? You don't leave that to chance? To Wikipedia?
Do you know anything about this?
Have you ever read Wikipedia articles for vampires? You fucking book snob piece of shit. For the point, Michael had been degrading Joseph because he didn't think vampires were real, and then he went and looked up the research on vampires and used plot points to get some info, but it does not match the Wikipedia entry for vampires, as Joseph is pointing out here. I've never seen something like this before, but you're going off of Wikipedia.
Just to remember, I just remind people.
I could be convinced to stay.
Wikipedia did say that it would. I mean, not that it's real, but one of the things is that it would not be able to get back together and die by sunlight.
Plot points. I will spend plot points. What did the pictures I sent to Nick say? the books, the papers that were in foreign language, whatever?
Oh, yeah, he's transcribing other books from different languages into it. So you got the Canterbury Tales is being converted to Filipino.
Okay, anything was anything in any of the pictures relevant to this?
No.
Plot points, anything relevant to this?
No, it's not going to write that it killed itself. If you want to drop 9 plot points on it, Patrick, sure, I'll tell you that it wrote all about how to kill it. But no, it doesn't write about how to kill itself in the one book you took a picture of.
No, but he might have books on what he is.
Man, I really hope nobody puts garlic in my
I'm just saying, like, I'll give you plot points for a lot of things, but that's going to be a 9er to do that's convenient. Your uncle came with the right weapon I needed to kill the thing. Like, that's what
you know what? You know what? I don't have that many points.
I know you don't have that many points. I'm managing your plot points. Christopher, I don't know because I don't really know what he's doing there, but I know your plot points.
What'll 6 get me?
Listen, just stay in the room is all I'm saying.
I'm staying.
Find a place to hide.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't be a bitch.
You got the cameras. You don't have to be in the same room. You can hide in the study. You got that laptop still with you. I'm okay with that. Just stay in the room. All right? Okay. We're gonna flash back to the horror shop. I'm gonna try and wrap this up relatively quickly. The Ford. The top half of Ford, after Justin sprinkled it with fairy dust, shrieks. Chris gets another shot at it if he really wants, but as soon as it does, it's clearly leaving, and it smashes straight through the front window of Harry's.
Take out my hand cannon just for show. While I'm on my back on the floor.
Do you fire it?
No.
That's good. I recommend not. Oh God, I lost Harry's shop name. I don't know what I did with
Harry's
it.
Shop of Horrors?
Is that what it is? Harry's Shop of Horrors? That doesn't feel like enough H's. That's fine.
Harry's House of Haunted Horrors.
Thank you. Harry's House of Haunted Horrors. It smashes through the window, breaking that beautiful HHHHH logo, and it careens wildly into the air before you guys lose sight of it. It heads back towards its body. What are you guys doing with Matthew? You know what? Matthew runs out the back door past you guys. Do you guys pursue Matthew or head out the front?
Did he get a good look at us?
He did say you guys before he left the room.
I might just want to let him just go and, nobody will believe him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I am memorable.
Fingerprints, guys. Dustin's going to get us on fingerprints eventually.
I mean, we're a little disguised.
A little disguised. You're wearing a baseball cap, you piece of shit.
Hey, I mean, Chris didn't have his hobo blanket.
You guys get to the PT Cruiser, the wood-paneled PT Cruiser, and you drive it, like you head back towards the apartments, waiting to hear feedback from the other team of Pikel. You guys hanging out in the office, you guys are watching on the laptop, making sure you don't need to run in there with some more heavy weaponry. You watch a thing climb in through the window. It's looking very disoriented and aggravated. Like it leaves some scrapes into the wall this time as it claws in, where otherwise it was relatively discreet. It climbs into the closet, pulling the door open forcefully, and it jams like with its hands. It tries to jam itself all back into its lower half, and then like as it's trying to force itself in, it realizing that it's not actually closing up as it expected. Like something's going wrong here as it's trying to, and then when it pulls its hands out, it comes away with garlic and ash and salt. And it starts to like freak out. Its eyes widen, big white bloodshot eyes. Its mouth stretching out in a really terrible scream that you guys don't hear despite being barely 2 rooms away. Out of its mouth, its elongated tongue, which is now tube-shaped, and you can see the full proboscis of what it uses to drain the blood of its victim, begins writhing violently. And before the sun ever has a chance to rise, this thing begins to shrivel from its navel upwards, slowly choking it on the stuff, the ash, the salt, and the dust that its body has started to absorb already, before it falls limp in the closet, tumbling out, still clearly in half, blood oozing out, tongue all extended out of its mouth, and Ford, the Menongal, has expired. At the exact moment of its death, Patrick, you get an image in your head that makes you nauseated, but you kind of remember it a bit. You have an image of you eating its tongue.
Why do I have that image?
You've had this happen once or twice before at this point. It's a part of your destiny that the witch has kind of manifested on you. Part of it is you're able to do things that would generally be really fucking terrible for another normal human being and sometimes quite lethal. However, when it's directed by what you're calling the witch right now, that you guys don't have real true information about your enemy. We'll call her your enemy, but the witch sends you messages on what it wants you to do with the pieces o monsters you guys hunt. You didn't tell the guys because you thought it was kind of fucking gross, but some of that stuff from the changeling you guys collected, you were like real compelled to eat a little bit. And
I don't think you ever told me this part.
Oh, I didn't. It's a part of your destiny that kind of came up after. Because you are
like that part
destined.
of destiny.
You've eaten some really gnarly shit over the times because when you don't, you start to throw up blood. You're starting to feel a copper taste in the back of your throat now, actually, as you're thinking about that long
The
proboscis toad-like tongue hanging out of Ford's, like a just loose
I don't wanna.
jaw.
I don't wanna.
What's wrong with you? I clearly see you visibly upset now, I imagine.
Yeah, you don't look good, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna fight that urge.
You gonna fight that urge?
I'm gonna fight that urge.
Roll me a D2.
Okay. Flip a coin.
Yeah. What'd you roll?
I rolled one of the two options.
Yeah, sure. What'd you roll?
1.
You take 1 wound.
Oh, okay.
And you know it starts slow. But you know in about another 5 minutes, the urge is going to come on stronger. And it's usually about 10 minutes when you start throwing up blood.
And I know that there's no way around this.
Not that you've tried yet. If you want to try more now, though, I am okay with it. But through your other attempts, it's been like an itching compulsion. And the only thing that's helped is the thing that you can't stop picturing. Because you cannot stop picturing it. It's still in your head now.
Patrick, what's wrong with you?
You guys, so just so you have a background, Patrick, you do know you are required to pick up trophies from your kills. That is one of the things the witch required. So that is a thing. The eating it, I'm going to say no one knows yet.
Okay,
I think I'm about to find out because there's no way he's going to get around it.
I'm gonna chop the tongue off.
Sure, yeah. How much?
The tongue.
Okay, yeah. The vision is all of it too. Yeah, it's good that you didn't. You didn't go small. Like as you're putting the knife to it, you try to get like an inch of it, but like you gag a little bit and you taste blood again. So you just go for the whole thing. You get the root of it.
Slurp it like spaghetti.
Bonus, it makes the dead body look a little less monstrous. But yeah, now you've got like a tube tongue in your hand. You can put it in your bag if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're feeling pretty sick, but it's close to you, so it's a little.
You do understand that destiny is supposed to be an asset and not a complication, right?
It is an asset. It is an asset when it's going to matter, but for story purposes, your destiny is not quite.
My destiny.
And same thing goes for my ESP. It hurts me a lot.
Same thing for
guides and ass.
I gave you all good things, but story-wise, they kind of suck.
Monkey paw again.
How long? Yes, well, maybe that was a good reference. Do you? How long do you hold out? So I'm asking you. How long do you hold out for you? How long? How much pain do you need?
I need to get out of this house.
Okay. Roll me a D4.
Three.
You take 3 wounds and blood begins to leak out of the corner of your mouth, which you quickly, pan away and make it look like, oh god, I got the fucking monster's blood on you. That's fine. Michael doesn't necessarily notice. How you guys leave? Front door, fire escape?
Fire escape to the car.
Oh, cool. When you guys go out into the fire escape, the landlady's looking up it when you kind of poke your head out because she heard something when you guys went up it.
Do I see her?
Yeah, before you jump out, you see her.
Does she see me?
No.
We go back in.
Michael knows that there's a fire escape on the other side of the building.
I follow suit.
Okay. You guys get out of the building fine.
I shut the window that we came in through and try to make the lock look like it's fine, even though there's obviously no repairing it.
The lock to the window, sure.
And then how do we hide this body?
You don't. I think you guys leave it.
We just leave it?
Oh, you taking the body with you?
Well, no, but also...
It looks like a severed body, like another murder just happened.
Does it still have its bat wings out?
Yeah, I guess it would. Although when sunrise comes, I think the bat wings would go away.
Okay.
If you guys want to take the body, that's fine. It would be less suspicious. You just have to figure out something to do with the body, which I don't need to be. Are you taking the body? That's it. It'll be a binary, yes or no. You take the body.
No, we can call in. I will use plot points. I will have Nicholas call in as a.
I'm sorry, Nesset.
You can call you have a buddy all set. The guy who's been kind of training you guys on the side, all set, which is Alfred all set Nesset. He'll hook you up. Yeah.
Yeah. Have him dispose of the body.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Sure. You guys give the call. No plot points needed. You guys have him as a resource. That's already been established previously. So yeah, you give him a call, let him know the situation. He says he's on it. And yeah, you guys get out of there and you're good to go. So Michael goes down the fire escape first. Do you eat it then?
No.
Okay, roll me a d6.
How many wounds can I take?
Not that many.
No, you're probably about to bleed to death.
Oh fuck! All right,
The moment he starts taking too long, I look up to see what he's doing.
You just see me coming down the stairs, ripping a tongue apart with my teeth.
So you're giving up on hiding it from Michael.
Yeah.
Okay, that's most of what I was trying to fuck with you. Okay, Michael, he's eating the tongue. Response, please.
I think I'm throwing up.
You hear me say, "I don't kink shame you."
Joseph in your head is like, dude,
what the fuck?
That's fucked up.
You
that witch got him over a barrel. Yeah. Michael, you are currently the only one that knows Patrick's secret. Patrick, you learned you have a secret. You meet up with the guys at the diner, no problem. It was a safe place to park your cars. You guys are able to leave. All Set is able to take care of it. It's the story comes out in the news that the old man left a confession note written in perfect whatever language Filipinos speak. I actually don't know. I said Filipino earlier, but I doubt that's
Tagalog.
Is that really it? Okay, good.
That's one.
Sure, and that makes sense because I think that's what it says. This creature's name.
I don't know if I pronounced it correctly.
That's fine. So it's in the appropriate tongue, but they do get translated. And it's he was guilty for the murder of Caleb. It admits to it. It admits it was using the blood through like hypodermic needles of unusual size for unsavory things, and that he took his own life. So nice, neat bundle on the case. You guys didn't actually get to trigger any real suspicion on you guys. If you have another case in Arkham, you're going to be recommended not to fucking do that. Also, as you guys do eventually get a call from All Set later, he says, "Hey guys, I am very..." Oh, sorry. Oi, guys. Oi, no, I told you not to piss in your own backyard. This is your backyard. Never again, all right? And yeah, Massachusetts is probably not going to be where you guys are hunting in the future, and we'll have to figure out an operating budget going forward. I want you guys to think about it. What do you think from your real lives that you could pull away as disposable income while keeping your apartments and things like that, your houses? What you could pull as actual disposable income for the show. Feel free to fudge the numbers and lie and not be true, because I don't want you guys to be all about your budgets and shit on here. Like, I don't want to know your real life situation, but give me what you think is a reasonable number that you'd be able to pull from your life just for the purposes of your hunting, and that'll be our operating budget going forward.
Monthly?
That will probably just reset. What was that?
Monthly?
Sure, we'll say monthly. And if we ever have to exceed that, I want you guys to know that's not a problem, but that's when I'm going to start fucking with your personal lives.
And so I don't know we gotta put a balance on it. We'll talk about it later. But
you guys can just say that in the Hangouts, and if you guys want to call an arbitrary number and go with that as your budget, I'm totally okay with that. I realized as I was talking about this that this is really a personal question I'm putting to you guys. I'm not trying to get that in depth. I just want to like get a reasonable budget from you guys for a side project. And as soon as that side project starts bleeding into your real lives, this hobby starts bleeding into your real lives, that's when I bring in your wives and your families and your jobs. And we figure out like how your hunting life actually separates from, Justin and Patrick the people. And now we have Justin and Patrick in Supernatural, other than Patrick eating monster parts, which is fucking gross, Patrick. Seriously.
Yeah, grow up that.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't his penis.
We will next time. Wait till you guys fight the Minotaur.
It's not mini, that's for sure.
It is not. If you guys have seen, what is it? Yes, Your Highness, or something like that. There's a. Don't worry, I'll go into it later.
Around his neck.
Yes, that's the one. We're gonna wrap up tonight's episode, but this is, you guys have closed down this arc. It went relatively well. You guys figured out a monster that was unique. You guys haven't encountered before. You did the witch's deed, which is good. You guys, for the most part, didn't make too many waves. Your next hunt, we'll start with next episode. So if you guys have any gap stuff you want to do, let me know, because we don't cover gaps in between episodes. You guys are going to be going into the next hunt as of next Tuesday. For everyone else, because we will go into the after party and chat about things still, for like as much time as Patrick can give us, basically. I just want to let everyone know, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to catch up old episodes, it's youtube.com/NSTP podcast. You can find us on Twitter for updates and things like that at NSTPcast. We have a Facebook we barely use, and we have some other stuff. We do have audio podcasts coming soon. I will update you guys when that happens. Until then, and until next Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. EST on Twitch, I want to let you guys know, thank you again, and remember to never split the party.
Yeah, Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick.
Yeah, Crustin.
Bye.
Crustin. Oh, yeah, Pike.
Yeah, Crustin.